Check, check. Would you give me my money for hours? Trade your money for 24. First you get the darker, then you see the light. Then you see the day, then you see the night. I'm just on the red about I sample. Thinking my murder rocking me ride. Talking on the path. Sudden in the path, touching me side. Mm-mm. All I gotta is day and night, right? Night is wrong, day is right. Night is right, then it's right, on a racial right, turn down. The time, name the Christ. In the prison, in the mind, taking a bite. I was taking flight, shine, yeah. Then you see the day, then you see the night. Mm. I'll be mad if you ain't at my wake in a reef. Skirt. Yeah. Let me see the grin on the bass's face. I'm coming from the kin and the massive race. Next in the massive race. I know the code, so I crack the safe. Bury me with Sabi in his casket lay. And we honor, so our master safe. Bury me in paper with a cat on waist. Victory is sweet, I need the aftertaste. Mm, mm. Thinking my reaction not to read and ride. Struggling on the path, I think I'm in ride. Struggling on the path, not see my cry. I see the cry. There you have it. There you have it. That is Cambada off of that LSD album. And the name of the single, my friends, is called 24 Hours. All right. 24 Hours featuring your brother, my brother, Red Pill. All right. So make sure y'all go and stream that on all of your streaming platforms, right? That right there, like I said, like many people are saying, and I think I'm gonna push the I'm gonna create the narrative that that's the song of the year right there. I don't care what nobody say. We got song of the year runner up. We got album of the year runner up. Some people are saying that your boy Nas got the album of the year. And I'm like, fam, be easy. You know what I'm talking about? Easy. Like, slow down. He got a good album, but it ain't that LSD right there. So, make sure y'all check that out. Tonight, we have a special episode, Stream Chaser Sundays right here. Stream Chaser Sunday. Yeah, and this is going to be directed to my stream chasers. It's been a while since we did a show speaking to the stream chasers out there. If anybody who's unfamiliar with what a stream chaser is, well, a stream chaser is an individual that's out here chasing their streams so they could taste that cream and they could live out their dreams and whatnot. So before I even get busy and start up with the show tonight, I'm gonna do the roll call. I want to know who's in the building. So please, if you may, if you can, let's do the roll call. Shout out everybody in the building. Let me know where you're at, where you're from. It ain't where you're from, it's where you're at. You know? Somebody said, Red, be honest. Is this the only music that you mostly listen to? Yeah. Facts. I listen to that album, the unfinished album that I got, and a few other little tidbits out there. Vegas in the building. NC is in the building. DMV is in the building. Kanye's is in the building. DC is in the building. You know? Grenada's in the building. Bodymore's in the building. NC is in the building. You know what I'm talking about? Ohio in the building. Bay Area. Tucson, Arizona. Yeah. Seattle, Washington, VA, Orlando, Brooklyn, Newark, New Jersey. You know what I'm talking about? Texas, Philly, Crooklyn. What up, Leku? What's really goody with your brother? I know you out there with the wooskies. Can you holler at your brother so we could tap in? Toronto, T-Dot is in the building. Clinton Hill is in the building. San Jose is in the building. Hampton is in the building. Douglasville is in the building. New Orleans is in the building. The T-Dot 6 side. Yeah, Jamaica's in the building. NYC. Big up to J.A. Yeah. Seattle. St. Louis. You done know. Okay, I see you, Leku. You dig? We got to get you back up here to talk, that stream chaser talk. I know you out there chasing multiple streams. So yeah, we got to talk that talk when the time is right. St. Louis, Chi-Town, Dallas, Texas. Damn, the Chi be moving like Brooklyn niggas, I see. Y'all moving around. Yes, more TV, Georgia. Salute to y'all. Islam, Phoenix, Harlem, Seattle. You already. Sucker Free, San Francisco. Lake Wiley, South Carolina. What's happening? Washington, DC, DMV. All of the brothers and sisters in the DC area. Chocolate City. I see you. That's right. Oh, Keys Beats was really good, my brother. Okay, South Carolina in the building. Yeah, talk black to me. Was hood. Yeah, 9-1. Is that the 919? Is that the 919? Where you from? What's that? So for everybody in the building, salute and welcome. How we are doing on this fine Sunday evening? We're tapping in, and we're just following up. We're going to speak about some things that we have coming up, right? Yeah. We got some things that are rolling. 252 in the building. I don't really know what that is, but shout out to the 252. Yeah. You know? So tonight, we're going to have a special guest in the building. One of my shifter brothers, my good brother, Billionaire PA. We will be talking about an upcoming monthly course, a 4-week course that we have dealing with big business for the family that's out there, so we could pivot and get ourselves into the right place. Because a lot of people right now, as me and you speak, they're getting ready to wake up in the morning and get busy not just on the internet, but they're ready to get busy on the stock market. They're getting busy in the Forex trading groups. You know what I'm talking about? They're getting busy wherever getting busy is getting, and they get into that bag, right? So we're going to talk about the bag that we're going to be getting at this week. This month coming up in September, which is theoretically next week, you know? So the day is upon us. The times, this month went by like this. So the days are coming upon us very soon that we're gonna be tapping in to these classes, these courses. And there's gonna be about 44 of y'all who are going to level up, right? Not just in your business, but you're gonna level up in the way that you perceive yourself. You're gonna level up in the way that you basically, carry yourself on a daily basis. You know what I'm talking about? Things are gonna change for the better. You're gonna get a lot of information from both parties, both Billionaire PA and from Red Pill, dealing with things that is going to help your business, is going to help your brand, it's going to overall help you as a person move forward in this field or this network, okay, or this industry for that matter. This is an industry that most of us belong to. The brother who makes these crowns, his name is Olu. He lives in Atlanta, right? He's part of an industry. What does he do? He basically makes clothing and apparel. He fashions these crowns, and he utilizes his business to move forward in his community, and that's opening up doors so he could do a multitude of other things. He just did an event in Atlanta where they were celebrating Nipsey Hussle on his birthday. It was a metaphysical affair. They were playing his music, they were doing yoga, they were reading his quotes, they were doing a lot of things to basically hail up and hold up that man's memory in his name, right? And the brother, do I have the link? The link is in the description. So if you are in this live stream, if you're broadcasting live with us, you can access it through the description bar. Okay, you'll be able to access it through the description bar. But I'll also drop it in this. I'll drop it in the chat room as well for the familiar, for the family. All right. So this is for people who are serious only. um you'll get further updated as to what's going on when the brother Billionaire comes on. I don't know exactly what kind of deals this brother has up his sleeves, but he's always working with the people to help out the people. He's always coming up with some type of promo or something that's going to benefit those that want to be a part of it. So click on that link that I put up right there in the chat room. You'll see it right here on the screen under Know the Ledge Radio. Wealthy Minds Online. Go right into the event courses, and you will see the 4-week business infrastructure course with Red Pill and Billionaire PA. All right. So when the God comes on, we're going to talk more about that. I'm very excited about that. We already did a class together last month. That class had a few hundred people in it. That class was super lit. Here is some of the brothers and sisters who were in the class, and this is their testimony about what it is that they gained from the class. Okay, fam, the class was everything to be expected when it's coming from two brothers that walk it like they talk it, And since the class, I have gotten a little more organized with my businesses and is now plotting some market strategies based off of what Brother Red Pill and Billionaire PA was sharing with us. And I have already signed up for the class. If you haven't, you definitely should. They will work with you, family. Hotep, love, and light. Here we have another one. I'm always looking for ways to get better and level up. I took the course with Red Pill and Billionaire PA to strengthen my business, and I received some gems on how to improve what I already have in place. Both teachers gave me insight on how to think about businesses in ways that I haven't before. It was well worth the time and the investment. They were supportive of everyone's different ventures, and they even gave up their personal contacts to help us with the process. After the class ended, they stayed in touch to keep everyone motivated. All around value. Praise to both teachers. Then another person says, thanks you, everyone. It took three people who encouraged me to follow my lifelong dreams: my husband, my daughter, and you, L. Filthmore, who happens to be Red Pill. Listening to you this past year and a half has truly changed my life. Thank you, God. Well, you're welcome, Goddess. Uh, I'm honored to be a part of your journey. I'm honored to be a part of your come up. I'm honored to be a part of your endeavors. And I'm honored to be mentioned amongst your motivators, because that's truly important. I needed individuals to motivate me, when I was going through this journey of entrepreneurship, figuring it out, you know, um, barely, just barely making it sometimes. You know what I'm talking about? When you're your own boss, when you are in control of your own destiny, when you're the one that's driving the bus and it's not always Jesus that's steering the wheel, it's really you holding the wheel. um, that's a lot of weight on one's shoulders. You have a lot of weight to carry, you have a lot of responsibilities. You begin to develop what is known as anxiety. You know what I mean? You begin to develop you could develop forms of depression if you are an empath and you put your heart and you put your everything into your business and whatnot. You could develop a depression if your business is not doing what it's supposed to do, or if you are receiving some type of challenge or obstacles and whatnot. There's people who lose their minds. There's people who give up on everything, they throw it all away because of the stress of running their own business and the fear of quote unquote failing in business. But what we'll be teaching you in these classes is how to fail forward. That's where I'll speak. I'll step up and I'll give you some of the tools and some of the things that we utilize throughout the years in order to fail forward. Billionaire PA, what he's going to be bringing to the table is he's going to be introducing the student body to professionals like CPAs, accountants. He's going to be introducing you to some trademark lawyers and other people that would definitely be fundamental in tightening up each and every single one of our businesses. We all benefit in the long run by allowing individuals who are experts, who are qualified, who do this for a living to do what? To assist us, right? To assist us, because that's all they're doing. No one is helping you do anything. Assist, meaning like in the NBA playoffs, when somebody passes Luka the ball and he scores, that goes down for an assist. So we have individuals while we're out here in the field of business, scoring, while we're in the field of business, putting in work, while we're in the field of business, putting up points. What are they doing? They're assisting us to make the scoring a lot easier. So CPAs, trademark lawyers, other forms of lawyers, you know, they are here to assist us. Okay. If anybody is knee deep into real business, you know that you can't maneuver through the business ecosphere without a level of professionalism and experts to guide you along the way. This is not the streets, right? Where you just got rappers and whatnot and niggas on the block to guide you through the underworld, to guide your ass into a jail cell or into a funeral home. No, this is different. This is business. This is international, global business. So in business, the same way that you need a big homie to hit you with the 10 crack commandments, you're going to need somebody who's doing business to teach you about business. And it don't just come from a book that you buy in Barnes and Noble or on Amazon to read on the plane, right? It's not going to come from that. It's going to come from humbling yourself, and realizing that the same way that there are dynamic teachers out here that will be able to teach you about history, civics, metaphysics, sciences, that occult sciences, esoteric sciences, Moorish sciences, the same people that will teach you about Islam, the same people that teach you about Hebrew, the same way that you have experts in those fields. Well, guess what? You have experts in the fields of digital economies, digital dollars, the passion economy, the hustle economy, big businesses, small businesses, serial entrepreneurship, infopreneurship, technopreneurship. I mean, you name it, social entrepreneurship. There's a whole bunch of things popping off right now. So we want to expand our lexicon. We want to expand the minds of the students, because once you expand the minds of the students, it's the same way when you expand anything. You open it up for more probabilities and more possibilities for more to flow through. So the more that we plant these seeds and the more that we open up the eyes to the student bodies, that means the more opportunities that are falling out of the skies. That's more coins on some Sonic shit. You know what I mean? That's more coins. That's more opportunities. That's more pies in the sky. And you do that by proliferating the student body or your network with information, gems, opportunities, new words, new ideas, new technology, new apps, new windows of opportunity to crawl through. All of these things, all of these things. And we network, we build with one another. We're not out here trying to compete and measure each other's wood and whatnot. This is not, we're not part of that weird group of men who are highly, testosterone deficient, and they carry on in ways that an alpha male or any, not even a beta male, would find themselves carrying out. So we don't subscribe to that type of energy. We don't subscribe to that type of frequency. We don't subscribe to that type of mind state. This type of mind state that we subscribe to and the type of energy that we're promoting is a unifying energy where people are recognizing the greatness in each other, and they could be able to stand on the stage with another great one, right? And not feel a kind of way, you know? They could humble themselves and be in the same room as somebody that might even be greater than them. You know what I'm talking about? Because if you are the sharpest tool in the box, or if you the smartest nigga in the room, you're in the wrong room. You in the room getting your ego stroked. You're in the room, it's almost like Robert Kraft getting a happy ending. You're just mentally masturbating. You know what I mean? You're jacking off. You're not doing anything. So what we bring into the table with this 4-week course is expertise, right? Professionalism, and some information that you cannot even put a price tag on. You're not going to get this when you go see the Peckerwoods dance up and down the stage and whatnot and tell you some of that, that analog game that they be spitting and whatnot. Because the shit is not really that, I mean, come on now. Y'all be out there paying $1,500 to go see what's Tony Robbins, and I don't see. I mean, I don't know what is that doing. You know what I mean? What is Robert Kiyosaki doing for the hood? He basically hates the hood. You know what I'm talking about? How did he help you niggas? Like, let me know. You know, what is he doing? Homeboy from Fubu. You know what I mean? From Shark Tank. What is he? Is he doing something? Is he setting up? Is he doing right? Is he doing y'all? Is he got y'all going? Hmm. He got y'all touching them M's and whatnot. Let me know. I would love to know. But that's what it is. That's what it is. You know. Um, as you can see, we got the Stream Chaser logo right there in the upper right corner. That is the website. Let me put the site up here. I want everyone, if you have not signed up to Stream Chasers, to go over to streamchasers.com and sign up. It's free to sign up, right? Costs you nothing. Take about 1 minute. If you are interested, though, don't just sign up because, no, if you are interested in tapping in to multiple income streams, if you know that you got it in you, if you ready to move like a unit, Stream Chasers, quite frankly, is not for individuals, right? It's not, and I mean that when I say that, I mean that it's not for individual minded people who are moving like individuals. This me shit. You know what I mean? That's not what the Stream Chasers is there to satisfy. We have things for individuals, but it's not Stream Chasers. What is Stream Chasers is here to tap into the power of the collective. It's here to tap into the power of the collective, the power of the network, the power of the group, the power of numbers. Because in these these modern days and times, in this new digital economy, right? Men lie, women lie, and numbers do too. But numbers is the name of the game in this new economy. It's a numbers game. Okay. Somebody said, well, I said that quality of membership over quantity of membership any day. And I stand on that. Quality of membership over quantity of membership any day. I don't necessarily need a whole bunch of people that ain't about nothing. I don't need 100,000 people that ain't about shit. That's not about really doing the act of doing. I don't need a bunch of thinkers. I don't need a bunch of knowers. I need a bunch of doers, right? So I would take quality of membership over quantity any day of the year, okay? Meaning that I would take 1,000 true fans, 1,000 true followers, 1,000 true supporters, 1,000 true riders over 100,000 viewers, subscribers, and watchers any day. I mean, God damn it, they only had one season of Watchmen. How many seasons are you niggas finna sit around and watch niggas? This is not the Truman Show. I'm not Jim Carrey. You know what I'm talking about? I know this shit looks entertaining, but this ain't TV, babe, bro. Nigga, this is not Viacom.com, nigga. This is not your viewing pleasures. You know what I'm talking about, nigga? This is not the Truman Show. You know? As much as it might look like it, this is not the Truman Show. This is all hands on Deckington. This is, we need you to throw your hat in the ring. This is get your ass in the bubble with the rest of the NBA. Get up off the spectator sideline. I don't want your water, Bobby Boucher. You know what I'm talking about? I don't need your fucking cheerleading either. Stop cheerleading and get on the floor, right? That's what Stream Chasers is. We are all running with the rock. Nobody's standing around because you're not gonna you're gonna get left if you're just standing around. And we're not dealing with individuals. I could give a fuck about what you do individually. That's not what we here for. That ain't. If you got $100, do you have $500? Do you have some income to invest, my nigga? Do you got some fucking snaps on the petro? That's really what you only need. And when somebody points, are you gonna shoot? Phil Jackson. When Phil Jackson points, Jordan, nigga, are you gonna shoot? That's all you really need to do in Stream Chasers. Run with the ball, because we're running with the ball. So imagine if 300 of us run through the door at once versus if one of us goes through the door and 299 of us are just watching that person. That is not the energy of today. That is not the energy of the new economy. That's not the hustle economy. That's not the passion economy. That's not the new economy that's winning right now. People that are winning right now in the new economy are tapping into the Susu economy. That's group economics. Group economics. People that are winning right now are tapping into Forex day trading, right? In groups. That's group economics. People that are winning right now are even tapping into MLMs. They're winning off of MLMs, NutriBurst. People are winning off of NutriBurst. There's people winning off of carrot bars. There's people winning off of, there's a Forex MLM. People are winning off of the MLM because if you know when you're getting into an MLM, how to get at an MLM, which is a multi-level marketing. People call it a pyramid scheme. And I say that your 9 to 5 is a pyramid scheme. I say that that's the biggest pyramid scheme running in America since they started this shit. You know what I'm talking about? That's the pyramid scheme, is the fact that your CEO, your big homie, is the motherfucking big wig, the big kahuna, and you're not. And you can't get no type of share. You can't scale what the fuck it is that you're doing over in the goddamn in your cubicle and whatnot. You're capping for a $1 raise. And I'm not shooting at nobody with a 9 to 5. Please believe me. Because when I worked a 9 to 5, it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to complain about it. I wanted to get the hell up out of there, and I did that. You know? And if you're doing corporate America, if you're doing 9 to 5, you know, God bless you. You know what I'm saying? You know, more power to you. But I'm here to say that the 9 to 5, that's the pyramid scheme. That 401k that, you know, give us a good 40 years out of your life. Yeah, my niggas, I'm here to let you know that the new economy, cryptocurrency, right? People that are people that are trading cryptocurrency, people that are making crypto do what it do. Those are not individuals. These people are moving as groups. These people are moving as groups. Those coins are gaining value based off of the activity of the group, not the individual. So I'm not saying that the individual is dead or the age of the individual is dead. What I'm saying is this: we don't need to apply all of these quote unquote, we don't need to bust our brains, and we don't need to gain any more years on our frames. We don't need to add any more stress onto our bodies by doing things the hard way when they have simplified the quote unquote process and it's being done in front of your faces right now. So what are we gonna wait for? Well, I'm not here to wait for anything. I've been sitting around playing, the waiting game for far too long. You know what I mean? I've sat back and taken notes, and I've been spectating, and it's time to stop spectating. We have to throw our hats in the rings, and we have to get busy as a collective. And real talk, man, you know, and just communicate and just communicate, right? As a mastermind group, because that's what Stream Chasers is actually built up to be, a mastermind group. Look at the brother. He said that he turned 500 into 4K on a flower. That susu is hitting, y'all. I'm not here to sell you any kind of dreams whatsoever. Right? The players make the moves, not the fans in the stands. So in some situations, you know, they have it where it's set up to whereas the players, they're setting up to where you just watch them play. There's a way to monetize that too. There's a way for the players to eat off of that. We live in the attention economy. I could get paid for you just watching me right now. If I'm doing something that's considered to be sticky, if I'm doing something that has eyeball retention, meaning that your eyes you can't take your eyes off of it, right? One of the highest retention is porn. Okay, I'm just giving you the quote unquote data. Don't get in your feelings, right? I know it's Sunday and some of you niggas are still eating your daily bread and whatnot, but don't get all fucking squirmy on me, okay? Don't get all squirmy on me. The most stickiest, I'm just giving you a lesson. The most stickiest content is pornography. You cannot unglue. You can't unsee. Some people can't move away from that. Then, according to the research, what else comes after that that's more stickier is Black Death. They're like, yo, black sex and Black Death on the internet is the most stickiest shit out there. That WAP, right? That WAP and that motherfucking bop. When you get your head pop, people cannot stop watching that. So all of they just shot a brother in his back, the police. That video is going to gain millions of views. Now, let me just share something with you about what's taking place in social media when it comes to these snuff films and how it's affecting the psyche of the collective. Let's talk about the collective. We could get into egregores, right? We could start talking about egregores, which are they are like thought patterns or thought forms, right? Thought forms. And they are considered to be what is known as group think, right? Group think. Crypto Block Bully said the SUSU is based on an African banking system. The payout you receive is supposed to be put into a business that the group decides on. You're not supposed to get your cut and dip. That is exactly correct. That is exactly correct. Case in point. That's why the flower that we'll be involved in with the Stream Chasers, this will not be a nigger flower. Okay? This will not be a Negro flower. I'm talking about? This won't be one of those hood flowers. This is not going to be a New Jack City flower. This is not flower power where you get on the flower and you take your money to go buy some fucking drugs or something, or you take your money to go buy bundles and whatnot, or you take your money to go buy these heavy ass eyebrows, got you looking like Lou Ferrigno in the hood. No. It's about building up businesses, LLCs, businesses. So we could have been the beneficiaries off of the PPP loan. What if we all had our LLCs together? What if we all had all of our taxes and everything done right? What if we had our shit together? We would have been able to benefit off of the multitude. It wasn't just the PPP loan. It was about 5 loans going down. And conscious businesses, right? They call them black-owned businesses, whatever. conscious businesses that are a part of the conscious industry, because I did a lecture called The Conscious Industry earlier this year, and I was dead ass serious about that statement and about that lecture, and the information that I presented showed that we was dead ass serious, and we were pointing out the fact that inside of this network or this community that people have erroneously called the conscious community, I don't have a problem with that, but a community is centered on land. A community is centered in institutions. A community is centered in the village, quote unquote, a formula, a village like formula, a village like mentality. We haven't even gotten there yet. We haven't gotten there yet. Fortunately, we haven't gotten there yet, but people have jumped to the gun and said conscious community. We're at the stage where we're in a conscious network. And then we're also evolving into the stage where we're all a part of the conscious industry. If you ever went to a lecture and paid, you're part of the conscious industry. If you ever went to a retreat, like let's say KT did a retreat, Blue Pill did a retreat to Shasta Mountain, KT did a retreat to St. Croix. You know, there's multiple retreats that people, Chef Aki did a retreat where they were eating good food and healing. You know, you're part of the travel aspect of this industry. When I'm wearing this brother's crown, I'm representing the conscious industry. This brother belongs exclusively to that network and that industry. He's not considered, he's not inside of, you know, he's not in the woke industry or the woke marketplace. He's not in the commercial marketplace. He's part of the conscious industry. And that industry is a multi-trillion-dollar industry if tapped into by the right people, and if the business is done right, and if there's a level of investment, and if there's a level of brothers and sisters who are willing to be investors, angel investors, and things of that nature. And then if we are able to buy stocks in our company and sell shares in our company, we could beef up the prices and the value of all of our companies by ourselves, right? By ourselves. Susu works, but only if everyone is responsible. And to make that 4K, you need 15 times 15. That's 225 strong people who could come in with $500 and keep it working. That's why we have streamchasers.com. And we're saying to the audience tonight, just go and give me your email. Sign up to streamchasers.com. Tap into streamchasers.com, because by doing that, we will be able to tighten up our screws as a collective, right? We will be able to tighten up our screws as a collective. He said he got the 30K from the SBA. I know some people that got 130K. I know some people that got 40K. I know some people that got 10,000. But the thing that happened was that money came so fast, and that money came so unexpected, and that money came with not a lot of directions of a collective. The collective. Imagine if we was getting SBA loans and we had the festivals that they were having this year, like the Malcolm X Fest or the African Arts Festival or Dance Africa. Imagine if we had all of this expendable income. I'm talking about multiple businesses. Do you know what kind of level up you would have been able to see? Do you know what kind of level up we would have been able to see? Right? I gifted 1,400 into 11 racks. I have cashed out 4 times and I continue to reinvest. The money is going to my business account. Okay? So you don't think that it's just Red Pill up here speaking street dreams, right? Or I'm out here selling you some type of felonious ideal of what's going on all around us in real time and in the real world. And I'm here to say I only speak facts. I'm only going to give you the real. And if it's not the real, I'll let you know that it's not the real. Now, of course, I told people when the whole PPP loan shit was popping, nigga, be careful. You know what I'm talking about? You swimming in some murky ass waters. You swimming in some choppy waters. There's a bunch of barracudas and sharks in those waters. So don't get bit. But goddamn it, go swimming. You know what I'm talking about? Go swimming. You know? Go swimming. Shoot. They told you you wasn't assured a bed with a respirator if your ass got the COVID-19. That's what they told you. That's what goofy ass Donald Trump and the rest of his peanut gallery who get up there and they play with you every other day and y'all let them play with you. They basically was like, you're on your own. So if you're on your own, oh god damn it, I'ma act like I'm on my own. You know what I'm talking about? I'ma act like I'm act like a lone wolf in these streets. And I'm going all out. You know? So if there are members in the audience tonight who feel mature enough, right? Because what we're going to do, right? Yes, I'm tapping into that 7-day Kundalini event, y'all. I will definitely be tapping into that with Blue Pill and Father Rich because I need to heal, right? So, how many people in the chat tonight, right? Because there's a lot of people that came up and you're supposed to have come up. And I'm so happy that you did come up. Like I said, like me and Blue Pill told you in 2019 that this is the Jubilee year. And this is the year that you're supposed to be coming up. Because this year, spiritually, has been ordained for the come up. That's a fact. So you are right in line with some shit that was written thousands of years ago. They just calling it SBA today, or they're just calling it PPP, but it's manna falling from the heavens. Nigga, this is the ancestors cooking. You know what I'm talking about? Don't give Trump the credit. This the ancestors working through his ass. You know, this some spiritual shit. And I want to know from the people that are in the audience tonight, from a show of hands with a fire emoji, how many of y'all are willing to get down with the susu flower? Because what I'm going to do, and with Stream Chasers, like Stream Chasers, we don't do our classes on YouTube. We do them on Zoom privately. We're not doing it on YouTube. This is an open source network, right? This is not a decentralized platform. The information that we're expounding on is not private. So we don't rock private information on public platforms. So this is really just a commercial right now. But I want to know how many of y'all are willing to get into this private group. I'm going to bring 3 different people who are running the flowers and they've cashed out multiple times to teach, right? To teach the students. We're going to work it to whereas you're not just going to sign up and fall off, or you're not just going to sign up and don't know what to do. You're going to be taught in one day. It don't take long. In one day, we're going to have 3 sisters. These are 3 sisters that I'll be bringing forward, and maybe 1 brother, but 3 sisters who are strictly about their bread. One is a Taurus, and you know how Taurus is about their money. And they will explain to us. The name of our group is called BBCs. BBC, Black Bank Collective. Okay? Don't get excited when you hear that. All of my WAP ladies. The BBC for the WAP, for the WAP, Wealth and Prosperity, Black Bank Collective. You know what I'm talking about? And we get into this bag. So for the brothers that got their checks and the sisters that got their checks, put 500 or put that $1,200 back into the susu. Let's get on these flowers and let's be able, because I don't want to be a spectator. I don't want to be, I'm not a fucking Peter Parker when it comes to this bread right now. I don't want to be reporting about who's getting money. I want to report about us getting some bread. I want to report about the fact that we're on an island somewhere and we're on a retreat on an island somewhere celebrating the fact that we out here making bread just from knowing each other. That's really all you have. That's what it boils down to. You don't have to do nothing, you know? And for the people who may have lost money on a flower, it's because you was on a nigga flower that was not set up the right way, right? No offense to anybody who may have lost out on the whole susu thing. That's why I said sign up to Stream Chasers. I'm giving you this. I'm giving you the steps to do it. Sign up to Stream Chasers. I'm not sure if there's an option on the sign up to where you could put the word susu in there, right? But sign up to Stream Chasers. Just give me your email, and we will send you a follow-up email to say, fam, what's popping, right? Was really good. Uh, these are, this is the Zoom call. This is the time to get on. This is who's going to be talking. And then that person will have the action item to say, look, we're going to do it like this, and we're going to do it like this. And then we just get it going. But she's going to be able to tell you the rules. There's steps to take and there's rules, man, and it's mad easy. It's mad easy. And we're not taking the money when we get that, when we get cashed out. For anybody that's going to be cashing out, I'm going to ask you not to take the money and run with it. Okay? Not to take the money and run with it. All right? Am I on Telegram? I'm not. I don't have the Telegram group. We're going to set up a Telegram for Stream Chasers. We're not on Telegram right yet. We're going to set up a Telegram for Stream Chasers as early as this week coming up. Somebody said that you must reinvest. That's exactly what I'm saying. Right? That's exactly what I'm saying, that we should not take the money and run with it. Will it be automated? No, it will not be automated. I believe this one is not going to be automated. This is going to be run by humans, so we could deal with, you know, not no errors. Because the automated aspect, I'm not hating on the automated, but you know, the humans, you know, they know how to work the flower as well. You know what I'm saying? And they have a foolproof way to make sure that nobody loses. The initial investment will definitely be a $500 flower. I don't want to start out with nothing less than that, because it doesn't make any sense to start out with $200 or whatever. We might as well jump in with the five and let that shit grow from there. And then right after the $500 flower, we're going to do the $1,200 flower. You know what I'm talking about? And from there, we'll have a conversation to go forward after the 12. Somebody said, when we got to pay. When you get the email, if you sign up to Stream Chasers, we're going to send out an email this week, and then we're going to have a Zoom call, and we're going to have our 3 members from BBCs, right? If somebody said 500 is too much, okay, that's not a problem. What I will do when we do the Zoom call is I'm going to speak to my partners about a $250 flower, because it's stages, right? So the beginner stage will probably be $250. the intermediate stage would be 500, and the advanced stage would be 1200, because we have to satisfy individuals who are coming in on different pay grades, right? For some people, 1200 is like $100. For some people, $500 is like $100. So we have to give credit to the brothers and sisters that are ready to make moves and have the expendable income, right? And I'm not here to judge nobody. If you starting at 250, hey, come on up, come on down and level up. But what's important and what has to be reinforced and what has to be solidified is that it sounds good to you personally. But here's where we go with the individual. You as the individual, it sounds good to you. But the way that the susu works is not an individual thing, unfortunately. This, if it was about the individual, oh, we will all be Scrooge McDuck jumping out of pools of money. But the susu don't work like that. That's why a lot of people are not winning in it, because they belong to networks where the individual has reigned supreme for far too long. And we're saying that that shit needs to go. It needs to get out of the wind. It needs to have. It needs to be disrupted. The way that the flower is working and the people that are winning. You know who's winning with the flower and the susu? City workers, MTA, Mass Transit Authority in New York. The court system, the brothers and sisters that work in the court system. NYPD is eating off of the flower. Why? Because these are groups. These are groups that they got unions and whatnot killing them. The unions is killing them on the flowers. When you have groups, you don't got individuals. So one person could be like, yo, I'm bringing 5 people with me because we're all in the same department. They're not going to renege. And if somebody can't pay, then that's when individuals that are part of the group, that's when you become a crutch and you carry that person and you pay. So you don't have to be stagnated. But the people that are winning right now are people who already have a group mentality. They already have a group mentality. So you don't got to teach them about moving as a group. Look, the Asians, which is known as the Chinese and the Korean, do you know that they were doing susus when they first got into the Americas to big up their businesses? Do you know that the Kamala Harris people, the Indians, the red dot Indians, the Curry, and I'm not talking about Steph. Those Indians, they were tapping in to susu economics. Do you know about the Africans from Mali and Ghana, Nigeria, and other places abroad? They were doing susu economics. Do you know that the Jamaicans, who people used to say came on a banana boat, and they had all of these jokes about Jamaicans and their patois and their accent and whatnot? Do you know that they were getting, because they're real estate owners in New York, a lot of Jamaicans own real estate, meaning that they bought their houses in the 70s, right? And in the 80s, right? They own the whole Canarsie, like the majority of Canarsie, Jamaican families. The majority of East Flatbush, Jamaican families. The majority of Flatbush, Jamaican families. And what did they do? They was on some susu shit through the church and through other things Jamaican, right? And the Haitians as well. So this is nothing new. It just new to us. This is nothing new. It's just new to the internet. But as you can see, what is the underlying principle in all of the groups that I just named? They work as a collective. These niggas live together. You'll have 30 Haitians in one house. You got 30 Mexicans in one house. You got 20 Puerto Ricans in one house. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm sure down south they pack up the house, and in Chicago and other places. But the Africans, they stack up on each other when they move in. The Asians, they stack up. The they have a collective mentality, a group mentality, a collective mentality. You know, we all gonna struggle until we rise up mentality. One fist is better than one pinky, that mentality. And these niggas is winning in many different assets and aspects of life. That's a fact. That's a fact. And I could sit here and throw all kind of hate at these groups and be divisive and be kind of moist in my, you know, in my assessments of them, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is speak about the positive that comes when you work as a unit, when you work as a collective, and you stop counting people's pockets, and you stop trying to sabotage the next mondem from coming up because you're afraid how that's going to make you look, or how that's going to expose some shit that you're not doing. You know, all of the 6 million reasons that niggas have to hate on each other and to try to stop each other and to hold each other in these crab barrels and whatnot. These are the things that I'm fighting against with streamchasers.com. These are the things that keep niggas in the grave. These are the things that keep guns going off. These are the things that keep the murder rate skyrocketing in poverty-stricken neighborhoods around America. They call it, I'm not going to say black neighborhoods anymore. I'm just going to say poverty-stricken outposts, because it takes a poverty mind to want to kill. It takes a poverty mind. That's King's disease. King's disease is envy. A nigga be like, yo, kings don't hate on kings. You a goddamn lie. Jay-Z hating on Nas, bruh. We talk about kings don't hate on kings. Kings get jealous of other kings. You know what I'm talking about? Kings are envious of other kings. That's called king's disease. You got one king in a kingdom hating on another kingdom. So instead of bringing the kingdoms together, whereas the whole kingdoms will be joined and they'll be stronger, where the king will put his fucking ego to the side, they won't allow that to happen. You have kings who would rather go to war and tear the kingdoms up because they don't want to sit with another king. They're weak. You understand? They're weak. You know what I mean? And they're not standing on nothing solid, because a real solid king, a real solid man, he will stand on any stage with another solid man and give that man his flowers, and will never feel threatened about that man being on stage with him, because he knows that this world is an abundance. It's so many, it's room for everybody to breathe. It's room for everybody to breathe. I'm not an egomaniac. I don't want all you niggas to be on my team. You know what I'm talking about? I don't have enough room for you. I don't want everybody. I really don't. You know, quality of membership. I just want the quality. You can have everybody else. I want the quality. I want the people who are about that life and about that work and ain't coming up with no excuses. And you don't have king's disease. You're not intimidated by greatness. That's the type of people that I want to mix with. I want to mix with people who can see the greatness in me by seeing the greatness in themselves. You know? Yeah, I'm going to watch that movie, that TV show, Lovecraft. I've been hearing a lot about it. You know? So, Nas would never rep blood or blue. What does that got to do with anything? What does that got to do with the conversation, you know? But ever so often, the king's disease is that our community would be greater if these niggas could just put their egos to the side and stand together. The king's disease is that our networks would be stronger if your thought leader wasn't such a hater. The king's disease is that our community would have been built years ago if the quote unquote leadership or the people who are on the front line, right, didn't have that fucking disease. And that disease is ego, is envy, is jealousy. So they get to sabotaging, they start making rumors on you, they start backbiting, libel, slander, backstabbing, all of the things that are the hallmarks of a dying civilization or a hating ass nigga, right? All of the hallmarks, you'll see that in this network or this community called consciousness. You know, Jay-Z entrepreneur was dope. No, it wasn't. You know what I'm talking about? No, it wasn't. Fuck out of here. Could have dropped that next week. It would have sound real dope. That shit didn't sound dope when Nas album came out the same day. That nobody's talking about entrepreneur right now. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's that shit don't got no replay value. It's mad moist. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I want you to sign up to Stream Chasers though and get ready to hop on this flower, this susu flower, because yeah, that's a lick right there. You know what I mean? That's just one stream. We also have this week that we're debuting a MLM for Forex, a brand new Forex MLM. This has nothing to do with what it is that we were doing before. I publicly stated that I have nothing to do with the UOPX group. I have nothing to do with Trillionaire Trav. I have nothing to do with the brother Heru. I have nothing to do I divested myself of all of those parties. And when I say divest, I mean unfollow. I mean not fuck with, not do business with, not even mention their names. You know what I mean? So that's how we're moving. And when you're moving as a stream chasers, sometimes you're going to deal with businesses and you're going to have to leave them alone. Once the well dries up, you got to keep on and bury it. You got to bury them bones, and you got to go and dig you a new well for a new stream. So unity of prosperity, we highly encourage anybody who's a stream chaser. I don't even want you to deal with us if you're dealing with that. And, it's a bad choice. We told you in multiple emails. We sent out the blast about 3 times to say this company is not on the up and up. They're withholding thousands upon thousands of dollars, and then they're sending out emails threatening their members, and they doing some real shaky shit behind the scenes. So we kept it moving. They took $10,000 from me. You know what I'm talking about? They took $10,000 out of my account and terminated my account because I began to raise questions about their shady business practices. So we're not even stressing that. We got legal counsel to deal with that. You know what I'm talking about? We can't even slow down and worry about the L's and whatnot. We can't slow down and worry about, all of the bullshit that comes with the game. We got to keep it pushing. So this week, we're going to be bringing a new Forex option because the brothers and sisters are out there eating big time off of Forex. The stock market, the SP 500, the shit just broke. It just hit a record last week. It's a bull run. So we want y'all to benefit off of that. We want y'all to benefit off of that. Where can you get these shades? You tell me. Where can you get them? I don't know. Where can you get them? You tell me. Somebody say you can't become a boss until you take a loss. I took that 10 racks right to the chin. I took that right to the chin. And it is what it is. You win some, you lose some. In the beginning of the year, I took a $17,000 loss with what was that group? Survey Junkies. That was a crock of shit. You know what I mean? But it just comes with the territory, It is what it is. So the Forex, somebody said they didn't know that about Forex. All right. Like I said, like I said, this don't have nothing to do with Forex as a business. Forex don't got nothing to do with the group Unity of Prosperity. That's a platform. That's their own group that teach people Forex. Forex is great. Forex is good. Forex is doing what it does. Let me be clear. I want to clarify that. Forex is what they said it is. A multi-trillion-dollar market that people are making thousands upon thousands of dollars daily. But as you can see, there's a whole bunch of Forex groups that have popped up. Look at your Instagram. They got people spamming every goddamn post that I put up about a Forex group. Yo, uh, great things happened to me today. I just got $1,500 with the Forex. There's all of this Forex shit. So with that, there's gonna come bots, there's gonna come thoughts, there's gonna come people that are out here that's gonna play with people's money. So what do? We get better in every juncture, right? We improve with every juncture. We fail forward. We level up, right? It's almost like if your computer gets hacked. If your computer gets hacked, you make sure you set it up to where it doesn't get hacked again, right? You learn from your lessons and you put all of the protection on it and you make sure that it's fortified. So what we're doing now is we're making sure that our next Forex university or our next Forex classes, those are going to be a lot more tighter, and it's going to be definitely you know, it's gonna be more foolproof. It's gonna be fortified. All right. Give me 1 minute, y'all. Once you set it up, I will share my pips with you. Okay, Gladys Knight. You know what I'm talking about? I look forward to that. I don't know where you're gonna share it with me at, but I'll give you my email right here. Wait to see how we set up our pips. I don't think nobody is fucking with us. Like the teacher that I got, I got a brother out of Atlanta, and he's a problem. You know what I mean? He's a problem. What other site would I recommend for beginner investors? Robinhood. Robinhood, you know, you see everybody in the chat room talking about Tesla stocks, it's about to split. Robinhood, I'm sitting on some Kodak stocks right now. The shit just tanked. I bought it at like 40 something dollars. The bitch is at $7. But you win some and you lose some. Robinhood, get on that and start popping, you know what I mean? Start popping, buy up all of the crypto. Just start buying up mad crypto. Okay. I'm buying XRP, right? I got the XRP popping. Ethereum. I'm buying some of the Ethereum. Is Stash any good for investing? I got Stash on my phone, but I don't use it. To keep it a buck with you, I don't really use Stash like that. Yeah, Ripple, XRP. You know what I mean? While that shit is under $1, right? Do you have to be black to join? Not at all. You could be green or gray, right? Tech stocks, anything that they put the vaccine or anything that's coming out tech wise, Just stay on top of that. They're gonna have a whole new FANG, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google, or Alphabet, right? They're gonna roll out a whole new. There's gonna be some unicorns coming out of 2020. There's gonna be some unicorns rolling out. So you might want to, pay attention to what companies are rising up. You know what I'm talking about? They got some companies coming up. Yeah, go ahead, go get the guap coin from Aquarius Maximus. She has a black owned crypto, the guap coin. Of course, there's A coin and the SAC1. Now, some people have personal issues with Akon. That don't got nothing to do with his crypto. That don't got nothing to do with the crypto. Go and buy his crypto. Do not ever put your personal feelings into the market, right? Yeah, XRP. I'm on Coinbase, and I basically have an automatic, XRP buying schedule every week. I just buy like $44 in XRP every week. You know what I mean? I buy a whole bunch of other things. Where do you buy XRP? I bought mine off of Coinbase, right? And where is Chicago Crypto Hustler? Chicago Crypto Hustler, he really got he got the keys. You know? Chicago Crypto Hustler, he got, like, you should listen to every broadcast that he does in the morning, right? Every morning. Chicago is going to get you right. I don't even know if Chicago has a weekly class. If he's on here, let me know, Chicago Crypto, if you have a weekly class, because we need to talk. We need to talk. I need to be in class with you. You know what I'm talking about? Should we be invested in industry that may fail as we retake our spiritual authority? Some of the things forecasted to fail by our own community. Entertainment industry dying. Entertainment industry dying, right? Maybe the entertainment industry that you know about, but niggas gonna want to be entertained forever. How is entertainment gonna die? When has entertainment ever been dead? If entertainment is dead, I don't want to be here, because what kind of world is there gonna be where there's no entertainment? That's gonna be like a dictatorship, some kind of dystopian world. To get your spiritual authority up, my nigga, you better be able to entertain it. The entertainment industry is transforming, but it's not dying. You gotta, in order to even activate the spirit, don't you know spirit is summoned in ceremony? Is that not entertainment? Don't you know the spirit is summoned by drums and music and women wailing? Huh? I'm just saying. You need smoke. You need some goddamn spirits. You need the drums. You need some sexual energy in the goddamn in the room. Are you not entertained? That we always gonna have entertainment. So why don't you infuse spirituality into your entertainment? And there you fill the void, you got you a lane, and you take off in that lane. That's the future of what the fuck entertainment is going to be, in the direction. Maybe you should entertain us by floating or teleporting some shit, right? Or reading somebody's palms or predicting the future, right? Or belly dancing. Where's the belly dancers at? Talk black to me. You know what I mean? Entertain us. You know, niggas want to be entertained. I don't know what part of, like, I don't give a fuck how spiritual I get. I'm gonna want to be entertained. You know what I mean? I'm be like sending the goddamn belly dancers. Where they at? You're gonna want to laugh. You better want to shake a leg. I don't want to be around nobody that don't want to shake a leg. If if I'm with some spiritual chicks and they hear Cash Money taking over for the 9-9 and they don't move, my nigga, then they're considered to be dead in my book. Okay, they're not even, they're mannequins. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You know what I mean? You gotta be able to move. Yo, y'all, here we got witnesses. We got about 400 witnesses. Red Pill, I'm gonna win the scratch off lottery in 2020, and I'm gonna give you 10%. I look, I'm screenshotting this right here. You gonna have to cash me out. You know, the music industry is about streaming. Yes, it is, but I'm not gonna give you all of my gems on YouTube. Yeah, it's about streaming, but this nobody people the artists are not taking advantage of the black mirror. Yeah, the music industry is about streaming, but this ain't all about streaming. The money for the music artists, this where the money is. And it don't got nothing to do with streaming, right? The billions of dollars for the new artists to, because the new artists are gonna make billions of dollars, right? And it ain't gonna have nothing to do with streaming. That's going to play one aspect of it. This is where your money is at. This is where the billions is at, right here in this little device. So, I mean, you know, if that's how you see it, then like I said, me and Billionaire PA got a 4-week class coming up for it. It was 444. It might be $888 right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this is this the stimulus right here. Talk black to me. This the real stimulus. Like, come and stimulate your mind. Come and stimulate your brand. Come and stimulate your network. Come and get lit with us. That's you know, we're gonna be able to, if you are somebody who want to make an impact in the new industry, the new music industry, this all about streaming, tap into us, because we're going to show you that if you're able to create a brand, and if you're able to create a viable brand, and if you're able to create a brand and you're able to brand your brand, you don't got to worry about none of that shit. You're going to eat. There's like 80 ways to eat right now as an artist. You're going to eat, bruh. Yeah, artists are live streaming their concerts. You know what I'm talking about? They got artists live streaming right out of their studio. You said 800 is way too much, bruh. A 4-week course at $888. You think that that's too much? I feel sorry for you, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Because if you think that you're gonna get anything coming from me at this state in the game for some type of discount, then I don't know what to tell you, bro. I'm gonna continue to fuck your brain up. You know what I mean? I'm gonna continue to let you down, because what was taking place, unfortunately, is that a lot of people are, you know, they're undervaluing what it is that I do personally. And then when it comes to Billionaire PA, what he does personally, no, we will not be undervalued. We will not be underpaid. And we damn sure will not undersell ourselves in this quote unquote industry or in this business or on these platforms. I'm sorry. I don't know what you was thinking, but that's not what this is. It's not what this is, my friend. You know, it's not what this is. You're gonna have to go to the discount teachers who are willing to sell you. You know what I mean? You're not gonna fuck with this type of information, or you're not gonna be able to tap in. And if that's something that you can't afford, then you know, people are hurting with the COVID. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. I just spent about an hour and a half telling you that there's people that are not hurting because of the COVID. You know what I'm saying? I spent a hard look. If it's hard times, then come and talk to us. You know what I mean? But you saying that $800 is too much is not the same as you saying that it's hard times. And you may have personally fell on some hard times. So you personally falling on hard times does not mean that what it is that we're providing to the family is too much. It's too much for you. You know what I mean? Because of your situation. But do you agree that if your business and everything was upright and you had your thing flowing for you, you would be able to afford that? Because at the end of the day, that is a discount. You know what I mean? That is a discount. You know? So like I said, the brother billionaire PA, he sells a book for $900. A book, right? Speaking about his life. Okay? His life. So like I said, because the new economy that we all belong to, right? If we choose to belong to this economy, you don't have to belong to it. But the new economy is called the passion economy, right? And the passion economy, it affords brothers and sisters who are experts in their fields or who have the skill sets, right, to dictate their own price. Now you could dictate your own value. You could create your own value versus what it is that you do when you work at a 9 to 5. You cannot create your own value at a 9 to 5. You cannot walk in to your job tomorrow in corporate America, right, dressed to the T, smelling like $1 million, and say, look, instead of $29 an hour, I feel that I'm worth $44 an hour. So I need this raise immediately or I'm out of here. They're going to say, you know what? While we respect, while we respect what it is that you're saying, we could not fulfill your request. But what we can do is we could fulfill your cubicle with the next person waiting in line who's willing to take $25 an hour. And then they will get rid of you. Okay? And then they will get rid of you. Right? So that is not the same as the passion economy. With the passion economy, on the other end, there's websites called teachable.com, thinkific.com. There's websites called patreon.com. There's websites called peopleperhour.com. There's websites called onlyfans.com, right? And on these websites, right, these are passion platforms. And on these websites, what is taking place? What's taking place is individuals are coming on these websites and they're saying, look, because of my skill set, because of my expertise, because of what I add to the overall game, I have value now. So I'm charging $300 an hour, or I'm charging $50 an hour, or I'm charging $40 for a subscriber. And these people have 400 subscribers. Or you're on Patreon, you say, I have 3 tiers. I have a $10 tier, a $50 tier, and a $100 tier. And if you believe in me, if you see my worth, right? If you agree to my worth, because I set my worth. This is my worth. This is what I'm worth. You want a consultation? That's $200 an hour. If you agree that the cloth and what's being brought is added value, then you vote with your dollar. That's how this new economy is working. There's nothing that nobody could say or do that's going to stop that, because that's evolution. The evolution will be digitized. That is evolving. Not everybody is built for the passion economy. You damn right about that. So for the ones that are not built for it, why not line up to learn from those who are built, right? Who are getting paid, who are making moves, who are doing something with their skills and with their image and with their brand and with their logos, and they believe in themselves that much that they risked it all to put value on themselves. Why don't you rock with those people? Why won't you tap into those people, regardless of what they're asking you for the entry fee to get behind the paywall? That means that you're not really about that life. That means that you rather just sit on the sideline and eat popcorn and talk shit all day. And I don't have no problem with that. Niggas need spectators in life to get their numbers up. There's no problem with that. Be a spectator. But for those that want to really win and put their hands in the quote unquote dirt or the cement, come and get this work, man. Stop playing. Come and get this work. Come and get this information. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about. Real talk. There's nothing to talk about. And if you don't believe in yourself, we got classes for that. We got courses for that. We'll work with you so you can believe in yourself. You know what I'm talking about? We'll put you on a platform that you could stand on where your legs could get stronger. Right? But if you want to do the sidelines, do it. Do it. But eat your popcorn and drink your water, and please don't interrupt the game. You know what I mean? Do you, but don't interrupt the game. You know what I'm talking about? We don't want a meta world peace moment. You know, let those people that are on the floor playing play. Because mama said knock you out, right? Niggas, like we've been sent to do this work. We've been ordained. Not just me, not just my brother. It's hundreds of us. We've been ordained by our mamas and our fathers, right? And our elders and our master teachers. We've been ordained. We've been anointed. They put us out here. They told us do the work. You can't come home until you do your work. So I don't know what to tell nobody that's out here playing fucking games in 2020, standing on one leg like a goddamn pelican. I don't know what to say to somebody that's not applying themselves. Why? Because there's so many people that are supplying themselves that I need to focus on y'all. You know what I'm talking about? That's like if we was in college and y'all come and sign up for my semester. You want to learn from Professor Moreland. You come and sign up to my class. You all in my class. The class is fucking popping. It's standing room only. And I say, hold on. I take my tablet and I go in the hallway and try to stop people in the hallway that never signed up for the class, didn't have the money for the semester, was out in the hallway talking shit when they should have been in class, and I'm trying to stop them. But there's a whole class of people sitting there with their tablets and their pencils that pay for the semester that want to learn. You think I'm gonna waste time on individuals in the hallway when I got a whole class of people that want to learn? I'm gonna teach the people that want to learn, fam. So I don't got time. Like I said, quality of membership. If you figure it out, you come back and you hit us up, right? But we got a whole group of students, of industrious. I could read you testimony after testimony after testimony. Inside of our private group on Instagram, we ask everybody that's in our class, what do you do in life? What is your purpose? What is your business? You can't be, we're encouraging everybody to have an LLC or some form of business. So you could really get this information and do something with it. And you'd be amazed at all of the things that these people do. I'm talking about, these are some industrious, illustrious people, right? My cousin quit her office job in Ohio, moved to Atlanta suburb, sold CMOS online, and opened up CMOS store in a plaza. Said the ancestors told her to do that, and she is doing great. What are you talking about? Like the ancestors, you know what I'm saying? The ancestors is out here working the game, y'all. They working like none other. I don't know what to tell anyone. Like, it's not an easy road. Don't listen to me and think that I'm giving you some soliloquy about some kind of unicorn ride or some type of highfalutin, like I'm blowing smoke up your back or whatever. I'm not doing. I'm telling you that it's a roller coaster ride. It's not an easy road. It comes with its up and downs. Don't ever think like if my face looked like what the shit that I've been through, my goodness, my nigga, I would have to be wearing, I would look like fuck wearing a mask. I would look like Rocky Dennis from the movie Mask with Cher and Sam. What was his name? Sam, my dude, the white dude. He always play a bike rider. What's my guy's name? If my face was a reflection of what I've been through, nigga, I look like Rocky Dennis. Real talk. I look like Rocky, nigga, from Mask, the movie. You know what I'm talking about? But you dust yourself off. Sam Shepard, goddamn it, that's my guy. Sam Shepard. You dust yourself off and you keep on moving. Some niggas' flowers dried up in Susu, right? And they took a hit. What do some people do? They reinvested in a new flower and let that bitch blossom. You know what I'm talking about? They jumped on a new flower and watered that shit, turned it to fire, and it blossomed. They keep on moving. What are you gonna do in 2020? Everybody's getting stuck somewhere. You gotta keep on moving. People are making a bag selling masks. Everybody's wearing a mask. So somebody's getting the bag. Somebody's getting nigga rich off of selling masks in a quiet town, tie it down. You know what I'm talking about? They out there moving the masks like work. You gotta find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. There's like 50 streams to get at right now. 50 different income streams. You could get it all. But like I said, it's on you. This is all personal. It's on you. This is what you've been programmed to do. What are you sitting here to do? You know what I mean? What's in your wallet? You know what I'm talking about? I know people that got hit with the COVID-19 and they didn't let that shit slow them down. They was coughing and moving. You know what I'm talking about? They was coughing, they had the COVID cough, and they was still moving, still getting to that bag, still making it happen. Am I still selling masks? Yeah, I still got masks on the website. I didn't really put too much behind the mask because I don't believe in them like that. I wear that shit though. They tell me I can't go in the store. I can't get on the plane, nigga. I'm masked up. I'm Future, mask on, nigga. I don't have no problem with playing along with this little ass game that they got going on, but it just wasn't in my heart to put all of my creative energy and my juices and push masks and what. I wasn't a mask hustler this summer. And you know, I don't know if people buy the mask, I'll send it to them, but that's not what I'm on. You know what I mean? That doesn't I'm in right now, especially studying the passion industry. I'm only pushing things that I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about people in the chat room talking about their businesses. I'm passionate about being on a live stream and talking to bosses and owners. I'm passionate about seeing my network win. I'm passionate about meeting brothers and sisters. I'm gonna be in Atlanta on Sunday doing a lecture, right? Right there. I'm gonna be right there in the West End, right? I'm passionate about hopping on stages and teaching in the West End. That's what I'm passionate about. You know what I mean? I'm passionate about putting on. You know what I mean? That's a passion of mine. Like I'm with that. I'm with all of that. You know, that gets me going. Um, that gets me inspired. You know, I get invigorated. You know, uh, I get inspired. You know, and magic happens. Doors open up. I'm serious. It's the passion, it's the enthusiasm. That's the magical ingredients that make things do what they do. It's hard to even explain, right? But that's what I do. And this is gonna be lit. I need y'all, and it's gonna be live stream. Judas and the Blackamoor Messiah. Judas and the Blackamoor Messiah. Because it's a lot of Judases out here. You know what I'm talking about? You need to understand. It's a whole lot of Judases out here that are out here scheming on the Messiahs. That are out here trying to snake the Messiahs. There's a bunch of Judases. The Judas principle, I pointed out the whole thing with Jay-Z and the Nas that everybody was talking about this because it was evident. It was blatant, right? That right there, my friends, that is called a Judas principle. You could get tickets at the door. The address is 640 Evans Street, right? 640 Evans Street in the West End. I'm talking about 640 Evans Street from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Sunday in Atlanta. 2 to 7, right? 2 to 7, right? So the Judas principle is the fact that you can't call Nas the Judas in this whole thing with Jay-Z because it's not Nas that's trying to disrupt what Jay-Z is doing. It's Jay-Z that's trying to disrupt what Nas is doing. Nas is going about his life. He ain't worrying about Sean Carter. Sean Carter got a whole wife. He got babies. He got twins and all kind of shit. He's supposed to be focusing on that aspect of life. He got business. He has a new brand. He has a lot of things going for him, allegedly. But when you can't let go of an individual who might have bested you, right, in a battle and whatnot, and you're still trying to sabotage that man, and you're not being 100 because you out there taking pictures with him, and you make it seem as if y'all have squashed your beef and moved on to some grown man shit. Come to find out, there's nothing grown about your man shit. You know what I mean? With all of the money in the world, with all of the perceived success in the world, he's still moving like a Scorpio. You know what I'm talking about? A Scorpio, we're not gonna let the shit go. You know what I mean? We're not gonna let it go. That's how Scorpios go. We will lay 50 years on your ass and get you at your retirement party. It don't matter. Time doesn't exist, fam. Time don't exist. You're gonna get it. One way or other, you're gonna get it. Revenge is the sweetest joy next to getting what? That's how the Scorpios move. So he's moving like a Scorpio. He's moving like a straight Scorpio. He will not let this man breathe. Yeah, he's a Sagittarius. You know, and I made a statement about Sagittarius, and people they was like, red pill, don't say that about Sagittarius. And no, Sagittarius, I was, as a Scorpio, there's not too many signs that we have to be aware of. Them Sages, man, I'm letting the world know. Don't take your eye off of them goddamn Sages. You know what I'm talking about? They something else. You know, they something else. You know, that they the archers. They got that bow and that arrow. Niggas is shooting. You know? So the man that shares the stage with you is still invested in upstaging you. Now, Jay-Z didn't divest himself of Nas, right? The word that I used earlier was divest, right? Like, I don't fuck with people. If I unfollow you on the internet, then I'm unfollowing you in real life. And everybody who I know that follow you, we unfollowing you, meaning that I divest myself. The word of the day is divest. You know what divest means? Divest means if I stop fucking with you on the internet, then I hate you in real life. Okay? And if something happened to you, don't call me. And the people who don't call me about that nigga either, because I don't care. You know, I'm divested. And we was doing that before they came out with the unfollow button. I'm divested. I don't care about you. I don't care about nothing that you're doing. I don't care about what happened to you. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, you know. I'm divested. I don't have no connections. So if Jay-Z would have did that with Nas, well, I would be like, I understand. He's not fucking with him. He's divested. You know what I'm saying? He threw him away. He unfollowed him in real life. But that's not the case. He's not divested in him. He said that he wanted to hug and make up. Them niggas were hugging. They made a song together, and it was on stage last year performing, singing each other's rhymes and shit. So I'm like, homeboy, let that shit go. You know what I mean? Let it go. Somebody said that they're competitive. If they competitive, do a versus. Get the shit over with. You see Monica and Brandy is getting to it. Do a versus. That's what Swiss Beats and your homeboy Timberland, that's what they set that whole shit up. So Mondem could get shit off of their chest. These little artists and whatnot that had a lot of you know, they had a lot of smoke for each other. They set the versus platform up so they could get the shit off their chest. Like that battle has to happen now. That battle has to happen. It's not something where it should happen. No, that battle has to happen. That's his doppelganger. He's tethered to him. He's tethered to him. So whenever you fight somebody, you have a connection to that person damn near for life. You could knock that person out. You could do what Mike Tyson did to Holyfield. You could bite their ear off. But because Mike Tyson bit Holyfield's ear, he's tethered to him forever. Remember, Mike Tyson knocked 44 people out, and they don't bring up those people's name when they bring up Mike Tyson. Whose name do they always bring up? Evander Holyfield and the nigga who he knocked out in front of Dapper Dan's, Mitch Green, back in the days when he gave him the black eye. So the dude, Buster Douglas, is not even tethered to Mike Tyson the way that Evander Holyfield is, right? They're tethered to one another the same way that Muhammad Ali was tethered to Sonny Lipton, right? They were tethered to one another. And George Foreman, for a certain amount of time, was tethered or tethered to Muhammad Ali because of the Thriller in Manila. That's why they say you have to choose your battles wisely. If you fight with a bum, or if you choose to go to war with a derelict, then, or if you do a versus, that's like versus battle. So you're gonna take a artist like Beanie Man. Would Beanie Man do a versus with Terra Fabulous? Huh? Yeah, Muhammad Ali is tethered to Joe Frazier, right? My bad. It was Joe, Mighty Joe, Smoking Joe, right? They're tethered to one another. They're tethered to one another, right? Inseparable in a sense. When you mention one, you mention the other. You can't separate the two. When they see Muhammad Ali and they start talking to him, they be like, yo, what about that nigga Joe? You heard from him lately? You know, they can't help but to bring it up. OJ Simpson is tethered to Nicole Brown Simpson for obvious reasons, of course. That's a very extreme example, but I'm speaking about more so people who go to battle with one another or people who fight with one another, in the aspect that the verses is even showing you when you go against somebody, you can't go against your lesser. You got to go against at least your equal. He's a first week Sag. Well, yeah, I get it, because October Scorpios are different than November Scorpios. So first week Novembers are a little bit different than November Scorpios. I know somebody that's born on Halloween. That nigga is crazy. I'm talking about he's out of his noodles. He's lit. He's a Scorpio, but he's a Halloween Scorpio. They're a little more gangster than the November Scorpios. They're a little more cuckoo than the November Scorpios. Them niggas will hide in your bushes during a hurricane if they trying to get you. You know what I'm talking about? That kind. They'll hide under your car during a flood, my nigga, if they want to come and get you. That's how they give it up. So you need to watch out for them October Scorpios, because they will come and get you, bro. You know what I'm saying? The November Scorpios, we kind of sit back in the cut like an owl. We'll get your ass when you least expect it. The October Scorpios, they coming for you that night. That's how they roll on some Jason shit. They're going to come for you that night. That's a fact. I'm just giving you game. Yeah, Terra Fabulous and Buju Banton. Nobody's battling Terra Fabulous, my nigga. He's a clone. Nobody's giving him the credit. So when you out here and you got these derelicts trying to bite on your heels and whatnot, or they're trying to challenge you, or they're trying to put you in some type of box, to whereas they're trying to become your equal through battling with you or through beefing with you or by trolling you, you got to be like, nigga, you're not even on my level. What are you talking about? Like, you're so below my level. So you have to ignore shit like that. You got to, those people, they wither away because they're not considered. You got, like, T.I. wanted to battle 50 Cent. Nigga, that's not your level. So that shit withered away because it doesn't stick. It doesn't stick. Nobody agrees to that. You're not on 50 Cent's level, homeboy. Nothing to take away from T.I., but he didn't find his match. There's a match. There's somebody out there that's made for this nigga that will ether him or give him a good fight. But that's not 50 Cent. You're barking up the wrong tree. You're barking up the wrong tree. See? The October Scorpios would let you know. She's letting you know. Look at the October Scorpios letting you know they got hit by that rock. They like, fam, yeah, I will smoke you. They letting you know they're a different type of Scorpio. Are you the Scorpios that gave us a bad name? Yeah, T.I. and Jeezy. You think so? Maybe T.I. and Jeezy. But definitely no 50 Cent. Stop that. You know, and I'm not the biggest 50 Cent fan, but that's not the right matchup. Oh, yes, Queen, I'll say you the 13th, so you know. Nigga, the October Scorpio that I know, that nigga scares me sometimes. That's how dark he could get. He go Darth Vader like this. I'm like, damn. I turn into Mama Teresa. Like, damn, fam. Maybe we could pray. Maybe we could hold hands across America and come up with a solution. They're like, nah, fuck that, burn it down. So if I was to go riding and sliding, it would be with an October Scorpio, but you know, because they about that life. T.I. is a lyricist. Remember, T.I. was being touted as the Jay-Z of down south. With that alone, what the hell are you doing battling 50 Cent? He's not a lyricist. He don't have bars like that. That's a mismatch. T.I. needs to go. Somebody said T.I. and Killer Cam. Now you see, that's interesting. That right there is interesting. I say mixtape Weezy and Jay-Z, but Jay-Z wouldn't stoop to his level and whatnot. You know, I say if Nas don't want to go with Jay-Z, Drake and Jay-Z. Let's just get it over with, because that's the beef in the industry. That's the passive aggressive beef that been going on for eons inside of these fake these niggas wearing paper hats. You know, all of these Rockefeller planter riders. You know, I don't want to use profanity, but these are D riders. You know, all of these dudes that be D riding Jay-Z. Yeah, line it up, because either is Nas, mixtape Weezy, right? Somebody said Killer on T.I. is weak. I'm just saying. I know Killer would ruin them. But they both got lyrics. They kind of lyricists. 50 versus Mace. But Drake and Jay-Z was the main. That's been the subtle beef going on. That's the passive aggressive beef. That's the underlying competition that's been going on since Drake started feeling himself. And then Kanye, as an obsessive type of person, he got in the way of that shit, right? But the beef was never for him. The smoke was always for Jay-Z. Drake was always coming for Jay's throne, and Kanye just got in the way. Now I don't know who Kanye could go up against. You know, Kanye and 50, even though Kanye smoked him before. It could only be Outkast versus Wu-Tang. That could be the only one, you know, that I could even see. You know, that's what I'm saying. Mixtape Weezy could be the only, you know, Weezy is the boss. Like, so Jay-Z is like, I'm not gonna. Why would I go against Drake? Drake is not the boss. He's not. He got 4 or 5 bosses. I would at least go after the boss. Lil Wayne is Drake's boss. So Kanye, who's the little homie, he would have to take Drake. So Kanye, Mr. I'm the superstar, I'm the best artist ever. All right, nigga, go ahead. Go up against Champagne Poppy and see what you got. You know what I'm talking about? Let that boy dance on you, because that's what he gonna do. But go ahead, do it. But that's the only viable thing. So your boy T.I., yeah, he needs to come up against somebody from New York. You know what I'm talking about? You said Kanye be Jesus. Drake versus Pusha. Ah, man, that's a wash. That's a wash. Outkast versus Tribe. Somebody said Outkast is winning all day versus Wu-Tang. Man, I don't know about that. I don't know about all that. Kanye versus Travis. How about that? Kanye versus the new Kanye. Travis. Right? And who is Nas gonna T.I. and Nas? I like that Outkast versus Tribe type of thing, but god damn, y'all not fair. Y'all are not being fair at all. Give me 1 minute. How Wu-Tang don't got enough smoke? They got an ill catalog. No Limit versus Cash Money. Yes. Ooh, somebody said T.I. versus Fab. Don't the Locks versus Wu-Tang. Hmm. Somebody said Wu-Tang didn't have enough hits. Like, I don't know where you been. Wu-Tang got some hits, bro. Jay-Z is the only person New York got for tip. Nah, I think Cameron will wash up T.I. The Baby versus Little Baby. Yo, get that going. Ah, man, get that going. I want to see that. Cause I remember they had a little drama when Baby popped up. Niggas was like, yo, and Little Baby took a seat for about a year. Fab versus T.I. But T.I. already, I mean, Fab already did that. He got washed up by Jadakiss. I would like Boot Camp Click. That's a better fit. Boot Camp Click versus the Dungeon. That's a better fit. Yeah, Chef versus 22. 22 G's that eat his food all day. Somebody said T.I. versus Red Pill. Yeah, set it up. I want 100 racks though. You know what I'm talking about? I want 100. Scarface versus Jay-Z. Scarface catalog, I don't think is long enough. And I know there's Scarface fans out there that's gonna be like, yo, Red Pill is blasphemous. But I love Scarface's catalog. I just don't think it's as deep enough. It can't go deep like your boy. He'll smoke them. You know. They keep saying Usher versus R. Kelly. Who gonna win between Monica versus Brandy? Who gonna win on that? They bringing the R&B, the two. That's an ancient rivalry. That's an ancient rivalry. I would love to see Kim versus Foxy or Kim versus Nicki Minaj. Get that out the way. You know, Jay-Z, Monica for the W. We got Brandy's in there. We got a whole bunch of Brandy fans. Wait, Monica already did that. Brandy got that. Oh, y'all riding for Brandy. Let me find out. Y'all riding for Brandy. Y'all riding for Ray J's sister. She not more hood than Monica. She not. She don't. Monica got that swag. Remy versus who? Right? The only one would be Cardi, and she'll get smoked. Moesha all day. Y'all know y'all B2K versus Brandy. Y'all retarded, yo. Trina and Eve, I would pay for that. I would pay for that. Yeah, Monica, I don't know, y'all sleeping on Monica, but Monica's she gonna go on her bag. She gonna get on her Birkin bag. You know, that's an ATL. That's homegrown. That's homegrown. You know what I'm talking about? Married. Get the goats. Let's go. Wait, Missy versus who though? Who would Missy kill? But Mariah versus Mary. Let's fucking go. Yes. That's it right there. Bruh. Keisha Cole versus Keisha Bottoms. I got Keisha Bottoms, yo. I heard she got bars. You know? Shine versus Loon. No, Loon versus Mace. Ooh. Loon versus Mace. Loon versus Mace. Hologram Whitney versus Mariah. Ooh, Hologram Whitney gonna wash her. Hologram Whitney's gonna wash her. Hologram Tupac versus Hologram Nipsey. Talk black to me. Talk black to me. Yeah, Missy is in her own category. She would have to go up against Adele. Hologram Biggie versus Hologram Tupac. We already did the verses in Atlanta. We was on shrooms, and Tupac came out the winner because Biggie's moms didn't know he sold drugs. So that did it right there. Valletta fucked up the whole legacy. You know what I'm talking about? She was like, I didn't even know he rapped. I'm like, damn, Valletta, what are you doing? You're messing up the nigga's story. Yeah, but Tupac all day. He wins that versus battle. We lined up 20. We lined up 20 songs, and when you listen to Tupac on the Roomies, it shit sound different. You could tell who's telling the truth and who's. That's the thing. People's like, yo, how does the, you know, because they think mushrooms is like acid, and I don't, you know, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. People don't know. They only know what they've been told. And it's niggas out here to smoke crack to be like, I don't know about the mushrooms, fam. I'm like, all right, nigga, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's niggas that's sipping lean. They be on a double cup. Like, I don't know about the mushrooms, kid. That shit might have me seeing things. And they start pooping on themselves. I'm like, fam, you niggas is wilding. Let me explain to you what the psilocybin or the magic mushrooms induce. It induces your senses. You're not fucking hallucinating. It's not acid, bro. Get off of the fear campaign. And this shit is like Viagra, in case you don't know. Okay? You got to eat the stem, though, because the stem will have you going in. And you're not going to hallucinate. You're going to have you throwing up. No, the thing is, you can't eat before you take it. Omarion versus Lloyd. Run that up. Omarion is going to dance on that young boy. Omarion is going to dance on. You might as well put Soulja Boy versus Omarion. Omarion is going to dance on Lloyd. Long hair, don't care. He's going to braid him up. So, yeah. Don't eat the mushrooms after you had a steak dinner. Don't have nothing in your stomach that got killed when you eating mushrooms. You said Lloyd is better? Omarion is a Scorpio. I'm riding with all my Scorpios. I think Lloyd might be a Scorpio too, but he's not better than Omarion. I'm sorry. 3-6 Mafia versus Wu-Tang. Body bag. Are you serious? Don't do that. You might be from Memphis and whatnot who wrote that, but I don't want you to think I'm hating on 3-6, but that's a body bag. Going back to the mushrooms. The mushrooms enhance your 5 senses. That's what it does. Okay? That's what it does. It enhances your senses. That's the best way to describe it. You're not going to be seeing things. You might see shit that you didn't realize. You might see some shit that's in front of you that you didn't see before, but you're not going to be seeing things. You're not going to hallucinate. And if you're throwing up, that means that you had some shit on your stomach that's not fitting Because remember, you have an abdominal brain. You have a second brain in your stomach. I got the book. I showed it to you when we did the book list. So if you're going to put magic mushrooms in your system, it's going to feed your abdominal brain. It's going to feed the brain that's in your stomach. It's going to reach your stomach. So you don't want no food in there like that. You don't want to, at least eat a salad, my nigga, but hydrate yourself, drink a lot of water, try not to have sex the day before, try not to have sex the day after. You know what I mean? You want your energy, you want your blue light. Dr. Phil Valentine explained it in good detail on Brother Rich's channel, Black Magic 363, just the other day. It was a Thursday night. It was Blue Pill, Billy Carson, and Dr. Phil Valentine. And he broke down in his segment about the sperm, the brain fluid, and why you niggas should not be spilling that shit all over the place, because you're practically, literally fucking yourself dumb, right? You're spilling your brain fluid. Did I say, am I saying don't have sex on the shrooms? No, I'm saying don't spill your seed. You see the difference? You could be a, you know what I mean? You could get your whatever on. You could go all the way in. I'm saying the sex is better with your senses heightened. But don't try your best not to spill your seed. You ever tapped in to Heaven's Gate, right? And you performed, right? Like you was on a Hollywood soundstage, my nigga, and then you didn't spill your seed. You know what I mean? You did not spill your seed. The pullout game was immaculate, and you was able to hold on to your seed. You leave that situation even more powerful than you walked into that situation. Versus when you spill your seed, nigga, you like, oh, I'm down for the count. Because you lost your light. You lost your essence. Like Phil Valentine says, you're shaving future years off of your light the more that you spill your blue light. And then some niggas will be like, that ain't me, fam. I get right back up. No, nigga, you're just spilling more light. What are you talking about? You're fucking you are spilling your brain fluid all over the place. For what? For for some red lobsters? Nah, fam. Nah, you need to do a little more research into sexual discipline and why the masters, right? The masters, the people who own niggas masters, the masters, why did they master their sexual selves? Why was it important? Why does Napoleon Hill tell you to master your sexual urges and your sexual self? Why do the quote unquote even the secret societies, they talk about mastery of self? They talk about sexual mastery. Why is that so important? Why does the fucking monks chop up? These niggas are meditating on top of mountains wearing chastity belts. Why? You know what I mean? Like, why? Think about it. What is it? What are they talking about? When you get past all of the mumbo jumbo that you niggas entertain, what are they ultimately saying? They're saying that if your sexual urges control you, nigga, you could control nothing. You don't have control. You're not in control. You can't be a fucking boss. You can't control other people if some shit is controlling you, like your appetite, your sexual appetite, your food appetite, just the thoughts in your head. If you can't control those thoughts, you're going to lose mastery of oneself. And you're not going to be able to attain the gifts, and you're not going to be able to reach the heights the individuals who are mastering themselves are able to reach. And then what is that going to create? King's disease, gout, you niggas with gout, jealousy, envy, right? A bunch of sideline hating, because there's going to be somebody who's going to be glowing. They're going to be shining. They're going to be masterful in whatever they choose to do. And you're going to be like, how did they do that? I want to do that. But you'll never be able to do it because you don't got the discipline. You see how that works? Yeah, let's not talk about the prostate cancer. You know what I mean? Let's not talk about the prostate cancer. So I should not, because I'm not, that's not what I teach. You know what I mean? I should not be on here telling grown men about, you know, busting nuts. You know what I mean? That don't really, I'm not passionate about shit like that. You know? But I wish somebody would have told it to me the way that I'm telling it to you, goddamn it, when I was a young jit. I wish somebody would have really got that in my head. Stop chasing your lower self. Stop chasing your fucking tail. What do you, when you look back on it in hindsight, you gain nothing from all of that shit. You don't really gain much. What experiences, what are you gaining? Episodes in your memory bank of the backseat of your Jeep? You know what I mean? What are you really gaining? Focus on mastery. Focus on strengthening yourself by resisting your urges. That's how you get stronger, by resisting. It's the same thing in the gym. You know what I mean? The weight is getting heavy. It's telling you you can't do no more. And you're like, forget that. I'm going 2 more rounds. And you keep burning. You keep pushing it. You keep breaking through. Resistance. And when you break through, you see results. Right? So when your urges are getting at you and they're tearing away at you and they're trying to, you know, take you out of your focus, you have to resist. And in your resisting, you get stronger. You have to resist the urges. You got to push through it. You got to breathe through it. You know what I'm talking about? You got to breathe through it. That's what's called mastery. You wake up the next day, you feel stronger. You feel stronger because you did not succumb. You did not submit. You did not lose the battle, because you could lose the battle and win the war. But too many of us are losing the battle. You lose the battle to your lower self. You heard that masturbation decreases your chances of prostate cancer. Who the fuck are you listening to? Because they said that the shit increases it. Justin, you always asking me some retarded ass questions. Who the fuck are your sources, bro? You're all over the internet. Your problem is you listen to everybody. So you probably eat pork because you like to just go into the pig pen and eat everything. You don't have any discernment. You know what I'm talking about? And I told you before, you know, I'm not gonna say it, but yeah, you got to be careful to what you eat. And what you eat is what the fuck you read, what you listen to. Some of you dudes be on QAnon or QAnon. They on every single spectrum. Niggas be sending me Alex Jones videos. Like, I'm not listening to nobody that listens to Alex Jones. How about that? Y'all gotta police your internet diet, my niggas. Start eating from proper sources. Cause you're brown, your mind is impressionable. So you damn near believe in anything that you read. And then you come to ask me, is it right or wrong? What the fuck? What if I didn't know? Then I'm gonna tell you some shit that's wrong, and here you go walking through life because you didn't do the personal research yourself. You just listening to another man. And once again, that's not self-mastery. That's not self-mastery. That's me setting myself up for another fucking stalker. You know what I mean? That's what that is. That's not self-mastery. So you gotta master yourself. You know what I'm talking about? You gotta master self, fam. You gotta get into your level of your art of discernment. You can't keep listening to anything and everything right? That you come across, and then you regurgitate that in my inbox or in the chat room or in other places. And it's like, damn, you didn't even have to ask that question. And I'm not talking about that question per se. I'm just saying, generally speaking, you know, the internet is a source of misinformation. Just because it's printed in black ink don't mean it is true. Just because a doctor said it don't mean it is true. Just because it's on CNN don't mean it is true. You know what I mean? And then some of us will repeat that in barbershop discussions or in these streets, and we be looking wild crazy. You don't got no sources. You know what I mean? It's some of you niggas that say that Michelle Obama's a man and is proud to say that. I'm not saying that's you, but niggas calling her Big Mike. You know? They out there calling her Big Mike. I'm like, Big Mike? Astaghfirullah. How you gonna call that big woman a man? She's just a big sister. You know what I'm saying? I know a few big sisters. We got big backs and all that. You know what I mean? You know, cause her back muscles look like the bartenders, right? But that ain't no man. I know a man when I see one. You know what I'm talking about? And I know somebody that says she from O Block. And I trust the old head, the brother that said this. She from O Block. He like, that's Michelle, nigga. That's not Big Mike. And then dudes they be in my inbox with these pictures with niggas' ears and whatnot, talking about, yeah, you see his earlobe? He doesn't have the same ear that he had in this movie, so therefore he's a clone. I'm like, damn. You niggas really don't be having nothing to do. I guess after you finish jerking off, you just go on these websites that don't got no credibility, and then you just go around spreading that shit. So it's like, no, niggas, do your fucking research. Stop spreading misinformation. Stop running around confusing people. You're adding on to the confusion. Niggas is trying to get to the bag, to be honest with you. Keep it a buck. I don't care if Michelle Obama has a fucking a penis or not. You know what I mean? Or a large. That's none of my business. I wasn't lined up to have a fucking a Tinder date with Michelle Obama, so it don't mean nothing to me. You know what I'm talking about? It really doesn't. That's too much. That's TMI. Too much information. And you know, that's TMI. And it's like, come on now. You know, we know about Obama. We know that he likes men, right? That's not a secret. We knew about that in 2008. If he pulled one off and snuck a brother named Mike into the White House and then called her Michelle, that's a slick nigga, right? That's a slick Negro. Like, he's Slick Willie on crack. I'm surprised Reverend Wright didn't blow his ass up. You know what I'm talking about? Reverend Wright could have outed him, but he kept the shit tucked, literally. But if that's the case, if that happens to be true, what the fuck? What does that got to do with the price of tea in China? How does that change anything? It's not a solution. So I don't care about it. I'm not worried about it. It don't mean nothing to me. She's best friends with George Bush. That right there got her cut off. I took her out of the fucking will when I heard her say that her and George Bush were best friends. I'm good on her. You know what I mean? But is she a man? Is she a whole stallion? I don't know. Is Meg the Stallion? Does Meg the Stallion have a fucking Woody? I don't know. I saw her without makeup. When she said that Tory Lane shot her, she took her fucking eyelashes. The bitch, she don't even got eyebrows. She's just a face. She don't got no eyelashes, no eyebrows, but she does look like a woman to me. You know, she does look like a woman. You know, I was looking for the woman-like features. You know, I mean, what the fuck? That she's a whole lot of woman, right? What y'all gonna say when somebody knock her up and she get pregnant? Then what? Then that's a prosthetic stomach? Because they're like, yo, it's impossible for him to be a female. She named herself a stallion. Nigga, you wasn't with us in the tunnel when we was calling, and when we came down south, we was calling them stallions. And we wasn't talking to no goddamn trannies, nigga. We was hollering at some cornbread-fed women. We was like, damn, she a stallion. That came from the hood. We came up with that word. Not her. Not her. Somebody said that they knew Meg Thee Stallion's moms, that she's a female. I'm like, hell yeah. Look, she from the third ward. Y'all niggas never been in the third ward. You ain't been to Houston to the third ward. If you never been in the third ward, right? Do not try to judge a Meg Thee Stallion, because it's a whole bunch of chicks running around the third ward that look like her. You know what I'm talking about? And to be honest with you, niggas is like, she's about a deuce in the third ward compared to what they got out there galloping around. She's about a 5 and shit. No offense to her ratings, but they're like, fam, she's average out here. Out here. So I'm not gonna talk down. And like the sister said, a lot of them gay boys is the ones that run around. They are the most frenemy type of people that you'll ever meet, because I'm talking about before your foot even leaves the door, they're talking about you. You could be Beyonce. They're gonna find something. Oh, that bitch got a mustache. They're gonna find something to project. They deflect a lot because they're type moist and whatnot, and you know, they deflect by pointing out the quote unquote you know, all of the wrong in somebody else. But when you get at them, they get wild. Oh my goodness, what is he saying? He's bashing us. He's bashing us. You know what I mean? When you give them their medicine, they can't take it. But homosexual men are some of the most, they disrespect for their mouths are fucking crazy, bro. They call women fish. They talk down. They got a lot of things to say, and it's like, damn, fam, I thought that was your homegirl. You was out here, you just putting a fucking lace front in her head, and the minute she get up to go to the bathroom, you spilling all of the tea on her. Moist niggas jealous of women because they got WAP, because they got that wet ass punani, and they don't have that. They got wob. They got a wob. They got a wet ass bussy. You know what I mean? And they hate y'all for that. They don't like you. You know? I'm just keeping it 1,000. They don't like you. It's not your friend. That's not your friend. They don't even want to pipe. So they don't love you. they can't even conjure up enough testosterone to want to pipe, my nigga. So how much do they love you? They don't love you that much. They don't want to kiss you. You know what I'm talking about? So they come up with all of these rumors and tea. Oh, she's a man. That don't really, I don't think real men sit around calling women men, bro. There's only one way to find out. Like, A real man, I don't think that's men don't do that. That's coming from men who want to be women. They don't want starting all of that. You know? So eventually that conversation is gonna surface on Black Twitter when the black women are gonna just be fed up and they're gonna finally call out their hairdressers and be like, the whole time, Scooby Doo, they were the ones behind the mask. They were the ones, you know, it was always them starting the confusion, you know, the gender war and men aren't shit and all of that. Where do you think that comes from? You know, where do you think that comes from? Who do you think is convincing these women to go full thottery? Who do you think is convincing these women to go full prostitute? Who do you think is convincing these women to go full whoredom? Right? Who's supporting the whoredom? Who's supporting the prostitution? Who's supporting the debasement and the debauchery and the demoralization of the divine feminine principle? What males are doing that? Bitch ass niggas, right? Who, when they go to jail, they turn into these gay men, right? These niggas that y'all rock with, the drug dealers, the shooters, the hustlers and whatnot, these quote unquote real niggas and whatnot, they run trains on y'all and run y'all through the dirt, drag y'all through the mud, you know what I mean? Break every fucking piece of china. You know, like they say the bull in the china shop. Well, the black woman is considered to be the china shop. And when y'all let these rambunctious ass 85 and knuckle draggers into the china shop, they break up the china shop. They make a good girl going bad because you wanted a nigga to beat it up wearing Timbs. You wanted a nigga to keep his Timbs on and to beat it up like he was doing the motherfucking like he was in a Jamaican dance, like he was in a what was that, pasa pasa, right? So y'all get with degenerate niggas. You know what I mean? Y'all pull degenerate niggas. You remember the woman is choosing. The woman is choosing. So this goes back to the art of discernment that I was talking to homeboy Justin about. You have bad art of discernment. You have poor art of discernment. You pick your men based off of prototypes, meaning that if DMX is popping with the bald head and the bandana and he's wearing Timbs, you'll let a nigga in the mall with bald head and bandana and Timbs get your number, right? This nigga have 3 rows of teeth, right? He couldn't even spell his name on a fucking piece of paper. The nigga don't even know how to spell. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh, he remind me of DMX. No, nigga, he reminds you of BMX. That nigga looks like a fucking a bike with no pegs. What are you talking about? How is he? DMX is a rough rider. Rough rider. This nigga is riding on a BMX. But that's your idea because you live in fucking Boise, Idaho, and you never think that you're gonna run into DMX. So you're gonna fuck DMX clone, right? And you're like, just keep your Timbs on when you beat it up, because I want you to do what DMX did to Keisha and Belly. That's how women be trying to get their rocks off. You know what I mean? They want to recreate old porno stars or niggas from rap videos that they wanted to sleep with, or homie from the school and whatnot that was curving you because he was into shorties with motherfucking lace fronts. And you was out there trying to you was with the India Ari rap and whatnot, smelling like patchouli oil, and niggas was curving you. So now you're in college and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna just rock with the thuggery. You know, I'm gonna get me a degenerate nigga that wears his fucking pants, you know, on his ankles because he reminds me of Method Man. So that's on y'all. Yeah, you know what I mean? Y'all get stuck with these niggas. That's your baby dad. That you get stuck with these dudes. You get stuck with these dudes. You know what I mean? And then y'all blame them for being pieces of excrement, for being number 2 emojis, right? Later on down the line, but you out here choosing. And you out here choosing niggas that don't even have their own identities. They out here looking like somebody else. Oh, he sounded like T.I. No, that nigga is a T.I. clone. He's out there studying T.I., watching fucking the family show with him and Tiny, trying to study T. He's out there saying expeditiously, and you're like, oh, that nigga's smart. I think, he sound like one of them intelligence niggas. No, nigga, he's just out here swagger jacking T.I. He says beloved and expeditiously a lot. And here you go, letting homie hit. You know what I mean? Like, you let him hit. That's on you. That's your poor judgment. You're not dealing with caliber. You're not dealing with caliber. You know what I'm talking about? You're not demanding that these niggas approach you at a higher caliber. You're not letting the Tinder date swipe by. You just going with the first nigga that says peace, beloved. Don't you know that you got to get past the 100 peace beloveds to find your king? You know what I mean? Going back to what I was saying about resistance, because the whole sex mastery thing comes with both genders. So your version of being able to resist is those 100 niggas that holler at you every day. I'm not a female, but I've spoke to the sisters, and they say when we walk out of our house, we get 100 proposals for some wood, right? From Hacksaw Jim Duggan. The niggas is running around with 2x4s, swinging that wood. There's 100 offers for somebody to lay the wood. They like, Hacksaw Jim, I want to lay my 2x4 in your she shack, right? You know. Now, only recently, because women is out here catching bodies, do men get approached like that. That wasn't something that my father and them was going through. Women wasn't out there saying, yo, you want to hit? You know what I mean? You trying to hit something? Like, what's up? You good? You got time? You want to skeet? That's a new phenomenon. That's a new phenomenon. So if you a drug dealer, a dope boy, a D-boy, a shooter, a get money nigga, a scammer, a finesser, a gangbanger, a spinner, a driller, some of these names, a savage, a goblin, a goon, these niggas get approached by women. If you a rapper, you get approached by women, probably 100 women a day too that want to hit. Yo, you want some of this? You ready? You want to pull up? What you doing? WYD. But that's not every man. That's a selective few. It's more women, right? It's more women out here, And I've seen some of my sisters ever since the WAP shit came out. I'm on their lives, or I'm on their stories and whatnot. Shirts getting a little more see-through. Skirts getting a little more shorter. You know what I'm talking about? The weaves, shit's getting a little more silkier. You know what I mean? They, shit moving into the Barbie territory. They looking real Barbie-ish, and that's coming out of the Hotep. That's coming out of the Hotep holistic quarters. So I'm like, yo, that WAP shit is, you know what I mean? It's a cultural reset. It's a cultural reset. So there's more women out here now that are being solicited by men and women. You got women pulling up like, yo, what's popping? You got women offering to sling something. They slinging the latex. And the brothers is trying to sling wood all day. So the women got to deal with that all day. Right? So if you don't have a strong foundation, and if you're not sexually disciplined, right? If you're not sexually disciplined, then you're going to be getting passed around. You're not even going to make it to the store. You set out to go and get some fucking groceries. A nigga stopped you and was like, yo, what's up? I'm ready to do something with your groceries. You won't even make it to the store. You won't even make it to do what you got to do, because one thing's for certain and two things for sure. If that's what you on, every day there's niggas out here that's gonna take you down. If that's where your mind state is on, to get out, to just hit these streets and get some wood, you're gonna get, there's no shortage of that, my sister. There's no shortage of that. So we live in a very interesting day and time where you gotta be on point. Your spirit has to be somewhat settled, because people will be like, "Oh, red pill, what you talking about? That's sexual liberation." Nigga, ask a 40-year-old woman what that is. Ask a woman that has multiple children what that is. Ask a woman who read a few books what that is. Ask a woman who's trying to build something with a real man what the fuck that is. Ask them. Ask a grandmama what that shit is. Ask somebody who got their head screwed on, what is that? If you're going to try to convince me that that's empowerment and that's the way that women are moving and that's the way that the world is heading, go ahead. Go ask somebody that's credible, what the fuck is that? And they're going to tell you what that is. That's madness. That's madness. That's poverty-minded consciousness. You got to be poverty-minded conscious. If you sell your box for $40, you got to have a poverty mind. You didn't even put quality. You didn't even put a price. You didn't even add value to that thang, that wet. That should be about $444 if I was your manager. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas is getting a swipe for the 40? Really? You let a nigga slack. You let a nigga swipe for the 40. That's it? So what the fuck could he do for the 100? I mean, for real. And when you allow any man, whether he's a white supremacist, whether he's a killer of his own people, when you let a man who doesn't have sexual maturity and he's probably not sexually disciplined, when you let a man come with $100 to do unlimited shit, anything that he wants to do, come on, sister. For $100 for 2 Virgils? Yes, I heard about Patty Duke. We're going to talk about Patty Duke and Hot 97. We're going to have to end the conversation on that. That was an eye opener. So for 2 Virgils, for 2 50s, anything goes. To me, that's disturbing. And I'm not going to sit back and say, I'm going to ignore that and speak about other things as if that's not one of the most, that's the 800-pound gorilla in the room that needs to get the light shined on it. Because in one breath, niggas is like, yo, Donald Trump is draining the swamp and he's locking up the pedophiles and all of the sex traffickers. But on the other hand, women is like, I want to get sex trafficked and I want to get 50 Shades. I want to get urinated on. I want trains ran on me. I want to catch bodies. I want niggas to choke me out. I want to get ghetto gagged. Right? $100 trains in Queens all day. The underground spots is shaking right now. I already know. The underground, look, they closed down Follies in Atlanta because they were selling too much box. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, them sex clubs is going crazy. You know? You ain't hear from me. Right? But it's all good when it's somebody else's daughter doing it. Right? Shorties is doing their hair, putting their heels on, like, man, whatever, it is what it is. Let these hoes figure it out. It's all good when it's somebody else's child or somebody else's sister or somebody else's mama doing it. But when the shit hit home, then what? Because these women are going to Dubai. Some of them are not coming back. These women are going on dates. Some of them are not reporting back. These women are coming up missing and nobody knows what's going on with them. I kind of know what's going on with them. They on the dark web, or they getting shipped around on these underground tunnels or these underground networks. They in a trailer somewhere crossing the Mexican border, you know, and it's a tragic thing. It's a tragic thing, and I'm going to continue to advocate and speak about the dangers and speak about the dark side of some of these professions and some of these waves that the youth and that these knuckle draggers and our people tend to be on, and they don't speak about the whole spectrum. I'm here to speak about some of the spectrum that tends to be ignored. You get to hear this side of the story when people are on the Breakfast Club, or when they were on Vlad TV 30 years later, telling you the negative aspect of it, when they was putting on the smoke and mirrors in front of your face, in front of your children's face for 10 to 20 to 30 years, like how all of the fucking rappers were doing, like all of the athletes and entertainers. But you see them on Vlad TV speaking about their horrors. You see them on other podcasts speaking about their horrors. You see them coming out with books speaking about their horrors and speaking about their regrets and speaking about what they wish they didn't see and what they didn't do, right? But then at the end of the day, our people is still entertaining, and they still want to walk into these dark rooms, and they still want to venture into these dark places, and they still want to entertain these negative succubus, incubus spirits and whatnot, these jinns and whatnot. And I'm here to say you would fare better if you were to get your shit together and stop vibrating on a lower frequency, on a lower frequency, and begin to elevate your frequency by dealing with higher frequencies, higher levels of thinking, higher levels of information, higher levels of food that you eat, higher levels of even what it is that you take in as your quote unquote vice, as your vices. I would say throw away the GMO weed and get into the magic mushrooms. If you got to take off, if you got to tap out, if you have to leave this planet every night or whatever, or every now and then, I would say that GMO shit ain't where it's at. It's not where it's at. It's not the same marijuana from what your grandparents or what your peoples used to smoke, or even what you used to smoke in the 90s. This ain't that Branson, my genius. So plant-based medicines, things that come from the earth, I'm an advocate of those. You know, I'm an advocate of those. Somebody said grow your own. Well, you got to get your own seeds and whatnot. You got to know about the seeds that you're even growing. You might be growing a GMO plant from a GMO seed. Most of these victims know nothing about frequency. Come on. Why don't they know anything about frequency? Right? Why doesn't anybody? How do you know? Right? How do you know? How do you know what they know? We live in an age of information. How the hell do you know? You know? And somebody said, why buy weed when you could grow your own? I live in a city. Niggas is not growing weed in the city, bro. Like, they don't have the electricity. They don't got the lights. They don't have, we live in a city where it's a lot of people living close to each other. They're gonna call about the smell and whatnot. We don't live in those. You say you live in Colorado. Yeah, we don't live where you could just grow weed, bro. You made your own strain called red pill, blue pill. Well, can you send me some? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. But yeah, do your research into ayahuasca, of course, the toad medicine, 5-MeO DMT is what it's called, and the psilocybins, right? The magic mushrooms. things like that. But I'm going to tap out. I was waiting for my brother Billionaire PA to pull up. I don't know what happened with Billy, but it's all good. If he didn't make it tonight, it's because he's closing the deal. Okay, he's closing the deal, right? um, but what we did do I study it? The sex industry and pornography? No, I don't study it. I mean, I do surface studies, but I haven't got real deep into it. You know what I'm talking about? But I may definitely dive deep into it when I write my book. Mike Tyson is on that toad. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Where can you get shrooms or not? Yeah, I'm on the internet. I'm on YouTube, so I don't know nothing about nothing. You know what I'm talking about? I have no idea about any of the things that you're asking, right? I have no idea. But what I do have an idea of is the fact that we have this class coming up. This is going to be in the month of September, starting in September for the whole month. It's a 4-week business infrastructure course, Red Pill and Billionaire PA. I will have Billionaire PA on one of these shows on a live stream, and you will get to hear the brother, see the brother, and feel the brother, because the brother is a ball of positivity and activity. He gets busy. You know what I mean? So look out for that. And I'm going to be in Atlanta, ATL, this weekend on Sunday. I look forward to meeting y'all in Atlanta. Pull up to 640 Evans Street, right in the West End, right around the corner from Wadada, right? 640 Evans Street. I need y'all to come through. And then on 9/11, right? On 9/11, that's the name of the spot. Unity and Coffee. That's 640 Evans Street. Then on 9/11, Tassili is going to be doing the Divine Family Reunion. It's the Natural Mystic Fair, right? From Friday, Friday, September the 11th, 9/11 to 9/13. I'm going to open up on Friday, and Blue Pill is going to close on Sunday. That Friday, we're going to be doing a performance with Cambada and Sister Amina, along with Red Pill. I don't know if Blue Pill will be there, but I'll be rolling out the Red Summer album. That'll be like an album release, album listening, and we got a performance by these two. That's going to be at the Royal Banquet. That's the Royal Banquet Hall in West End. That's going to be on Friday, September 11th. We're going to be celebrating the Ethiopian New Year. We're going to be celebrating 19 years since 9/11. And we're going to be tapping into the Mystic Fair, the Divine Family Reunion. So all of you light workers, star seeds, warrior healers, mystics, planetary placeholders, all of y'all are being called to Atlanta by Sister Tassili for the Mystic Fair Divine Family Reunion on 9/11. We got raw food, all of these things, workshops. I mean, it's going to be lit. So you'll be hearing more about that as we get to those dates. But this is Sunday coming up, August the 30th, to close out Black August. Judas and the Blackamoor Messiah. This is part of the Fear of a Blackamoor Messiah series. I'm going to be speaking about the Judas principle. I'm going to be speaking about a lot of the Judas shit that's going on in this community. I'm even going to be speaking about individuals and organizations that have utilized slander and libel and put my name into a whole bunch of stupid shit over the course of time. You know what I mean? So we're going to have to call them out on their bullshit. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. Judas and the Blackamoor Messiahs. We're going to even call out Jay-Z. We're going to show you how he qualifies to be Judas in the story of Nasir Jones' hero journey and whatnot. So definitely tap in. We're going to talk about wokeism. We're going to talk about woke capitalism. We're going to speak about the infiltration of the quote unquote conscious community or the conscious network by the woke movement and how that has brought in infiltration. We're going to talk about the whole aspect of if Kamala Harris and Joe Biden were to win in November, what does that mean? What does that mean with the Democrats back in office? What is it going to look like? What is it going to taste like? What is it going to feel like? So we're going to get into all of that. That's available for live stream. You don't got to be in Atlanta. If you can't make it, you could be in Boise, Idaho and tap in, right? But what's important is that y'all sign up for this course, right? From ashy to classy. We don't want nobody to miss out. This here is information, right? And it's a network. It's not just information, it's you being a part of a network of some very forward moving, industrious business owners, and us utilizing that network to make moves. So sign up as a stream chaser. Stream chaser. This is just one aspect of the stream. This class is just one aspect of the stream. But for the stream chasers, get into that bag, get into that susu, get into that bufu, get into everything. Please hit me up, right? Please hit me up. Click on the link in the description for your tickets for the 4-week course and go to Stream Chasers and leave me your email. And we're going to get at you about all of the other multiple income streams, the SUSU, the MLM, and a few other things that we got rolling out. We just can't roll out everything at once. So this week is the new Forex. This week is the Susu flower. And this week is signing up to the class for Billionaire PA. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Rest in peace, rise in power to Kobe. Black Mamba mentality. We're celebrating Black Mamba all day on 8/24. That's his day. That's his holiday, his holy day. I'm rocking. I might even throw on some Lakers gear. You know what I'm talking about? Hold on. We're getting ready. You know what I mean? We're gonna pop some tags, man. We got them colors. We got that purple and that yellow, right? So yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Love and light to the family, to the familiar. All right, all of my stream chasers. Let's get this bag. Let's get to these streams. Let's get this quiet money. Not loud. We don't want to be boisterous. We don't want to bring no attention to what it is that we're doing, because we know that the roaches they come crawling and whatnot. Yeah, we are going to have fun having fun, right? Shout out, rest in peace to Nip, rise in power to Neighborhood, rise in power to Kobe, rise in power to Pop Smoke, you know, all of the legends, all of the legends, you know, keep doing what you do. So I'm gonna leave y'all with 24 hours, you know, just being that we talking about Kobe and whatnot. Yeah, that 24. So we're gonna rock out with that 24 hours, all right? For Poppers. What you gonna do, mama? The money for morning. Right. I'm gonna say goodnight. Wait a minute. Y'all can't hear it? They're talking about turn it up. Rude. Y'all can't hear it? Hold on. Hear it? You have to bring that back. It's very low. Okay, I didn't hear that. I'm on this side. I don't like that. Give me 1 minute. We gotta figure this one out. We gotta figure this one out. I don't know why it's not loud enough. Give me 1 second. All right, hold on. All right, let's see. Because when I opened up the show, was the music, did you hear it loud then? When I opened up the show? Can you hear it good? What is your powers, struggle, or honor for farmers? Can you hear that? Let me pause that. Can you hear that? Did that come through clear? Talk black to me. Don't worry, by Monday, I should have this system right here. By Monday, I should have my system set up, my little podcaster system. So with the system, all of that'll be a thing of the past. We're gonna get better sonics. Y'all said that you unplug the headset. I don't even know if that's gonna be.
All I got is 24 hours. Live and die in 24 hours. What is really age with the same day?
I unplugged the headset. You hear it?
If your neighbor does more with the same 24, gotta ask yourself, what is your power? Or you living for the struggle or honor? Should've make a nigga summon forefathers. I'm just thankful that my mother brought father. Should've brought a double dozen more flowers. Uppers or downers, blood of pure sour. Smoking through my last 24 hours. Same sun and moon, tug of war trauma. Feel the tears look above and saw showers. I just wish I had 100 more hours. God's generous, but 24's minus. What we got a budget for? Can I borrow some of yours? Spend it quick as $24. Gone faster than my mother's womb chowder. I could
Rewind.
All I got is 24 hours. All I got is 24 hours. Live and die in 24 hours. What is really age with the same day looping in the phase of just 24 hours? If your neighbor does more with the same 24, gotta ask yourself, what is your power? Or you living for the struggle or honor? Should've make a nigga summon forefathers. I'm just thankful that my mother brought father. Should've brought a double dozen more flowers. Uppers or downers, blood of pure sour. Smoking through my last 24 hours. Same sun and moon, tug of war drama. Feel the tears look above and saw showers. I just wish I had 100 more hours. God's generous, but 24's minus. What we got a budget for? Can I borrow some of yours? Spend it quick as $24. Gone faster than my mother's womb chowder. I could feel a tender love and pure power. It's 24, her 24, it's 24, it's 24 hours. Would you trade your money for hours? Trade your hours for a couple more commas. First you see the dark and then you see the light. Then you see the day and then you see the night. I'm just never ready what I see inside. Think of my creator, I can read it right. Stumbled on my path, I think I need a ride. Struggling in sadness, bring my evil side. Swallowing my ego when I eat my pride. Fighting till the end until I see the pride. All I got is day and night. Right, night is dark, day is light. I say good morning, then I say good night, day and night. My only options in the game of life, play the dice. You lose them both if you don't pay the price. Night is black, day is white, kind of racial right. Sundial, it's made of ice like a glacier might. Calibrated the way I like, count the 24-hour hand. Rotated twice, day and change the night. Mother Nature and Father Time had a baby and they named it Christ. The only son, I hope they raise him right. Daughter too, her name was Luna, but they named like when sun is down, you see her rising to her greatest height. Feel like E.T. on this flying, levitating bike. You see my shadow on the moon cause I was taking flight. Living like I made it shine. Yeah. First you see the dark and then you see the light. Then you see the day and then you see the night. I'm just never ready what I see inside. Think of my creator, I can read it right. Stumbled on my path, I think I need a ride. Struggling in sadness, bring my evil side. Swallowing my ego when I eat my pride. Fighting to the end until I see the pride.
I'll be mad if you ain't at my weight. In a race, blasting faith and surpass the mace. Throwing bricks, wrapped in mask and tape. Take me from the fifth down to Aston Place. Let me see the grin on the bastard's face. I'm coming from the kin of the master race. Next to Nipsey in the master's race. I know the code, so I cracked the safe. Bury me with Sadie in his casket late. And we own her, so our master safe. Bury me in polo with a gang always. Victory is sweet, I need the aftertaste.
First you see the dark and then you see the light. Then you see the day and then you see the night. I'm just never ready what I see inside. Think of my creator, I can read it right. Stumbled on my path, I think I need a ride. Struggling in sadness, bring my evil side. Swallowing my ego when I eat my pride. Fighting to the end until I see the pride.